entity that is taking over our abilities. That's my point, sir.
Thank you. Let me also add to that. Please, just one thing, just 1 minute. Let me also add to that because you said part of what I wanted to say. Let me also add to that. That narrative that Labour Party does not have the wherewithal, financial wherewithal, to have polling agents, to man and secure, even if it is 200,000. I say it again, 200,000 polling units. That's a fallacy. Pure fallacy. Please don't let us buy into that again. Nobody should come again and tell us that. See, what happened was that. Please let me make my point. Let me make my point. Please, see, let me make my point. Let me make my point. There are at least at the minimum about 1,000 offices. 1,000 offices that people vie for, political offices. The minimum price to get that nomination form, even Labour Party that is the cheapest, it's about 2.5 million naira. 1,000 by 2.5 million, that gives Labour Party 5 billion. Please don't say that. Labour Party have the capacity to man each and every polling unit, and I'm still saying it, even the one happening in Imo State this coming weekend. They should not come with that narrative. They can man it. You only have to do it in a smarter way. You have to preempt these people. Don't fall into that. The money is there. It's not that narrative does not hold water any longer.
Oster, please allow me to say this. Then you continue.
All right.
Whatever permutation the APC. I mean, I think that is a Mark on Fabi who said it. You know, the way you make it seem is that Labour Party hasn't got the capacity to cover the whole polling unit, but APC has. Now, the question is this. Why did they switch up the BVAS? Why? If you know you can win easily, that you are covered, everything, why did they switch up the BVAS? Is it P2B? Labour Party said switch up the BVAS. Or is it Atiku? Obviously not. It's APC. They switched up the BVAS because they know. Forget about the permutation. It's like when you pass exam, you can then come up with any reason. I read overnight. In fact, I struggled. But because you've cheated, but nobody caught you. So you can come up with any reason that I read 1 million textbooks, I wasn't sleeping, in fact, all these things. Because you can buffer it, you have to explain it. So why did they switch up the BVAS? If indeed they feel that Labour Party are not everywhere and they have the capacity to win the election easily, why was the BVAS switched off? Why was it switched off to favor who? Is it not to favor APC? So that tells me that whatever permutation they come up with, I don't accept it.
Okay, can I give my answer to this? Can I give my answer? Look at my answer. We are now at a point of introspection. We're now at a point of moving forward. We're now at a point of thinking how we can improve. We're now at a point where we realize that, because INEC says it's going to use IRF does not necessarily mean it would. So smartness would be to, even in the midst of lies, that or whatever, ulterior motive people might have to have their presentation. I've never met Mr. Fabwemi or Fayemi personally. Okay, and I'm not saying the presentation I'm making is not to the indictment of our effort or Labour Party. No. Yes, very much well. And there's this thing they say. Chances are higher for you to even read where you are popular. Now, if you go up and if you go to the north, when we look at the elections, the results that came from the north, between the PDP and APC, if you look at what happened, although the IRF did not, a lot of things were not uploaded through the IRF. But if you saw how APC and PDP were competing in the north,
Oster, please.
Listen. No, could you just let me? No, could you let me?
No. There's something I would like you to know. Let me tell you something. You must know. The moment something is faulty, no good outcome can come from a faulty situation. Have you seen people discussing senatorial election, House of Reps? All these things are just afterthought. When something is faulty, I can never accept any figure. I can never debate any figure with anybody.
I want to ask.
I can never debate any figure.
Can I ask Osita a question? The
him.
billions he talked about, that election, what exactly is it? Why do you need billions of naira for election for?
See, in a normal climate, I will answer this your question, but let me just finish the other thought. Okay. We are at a point where we are trying to improve and we're learning from what has happened. Look, under normal circumstances, in a situation where people do not go to formulate results, in a situation where RF was not turned off, under those circumstances, OP would have won that election. There is no cap on it. But now, when you have seen the way things are, and guys, let me be honest with you, you think 2023 election was rigged, 2027 will be worse. You think 2023 election was rigged, 2027 will be worse. What do you think has happened? Now look at Tinubu is already appointing resident electoral commissioners. It also means that the person who will conduct the 2027 election will be under direct appointment of Bola Ahmed Tinubu. The Supreme Court justices that are going to be, pushed up to the bar will be under the direct appointment of Tinubu. So you need to understand where I'm coming from.
So Osita, are we okay? I just want to.
I'm trying to say that
in line with what you said. Can I just want an answer. I want to learn. I want to see how there will be a solution to all of this challenge.
Good.
All of this.
That which is where I'm coming to. Okay. Because the task we are even up against in 2027 is far higher than what we've seen in 2023. So if we do not have a stronger resolve,
that solution that the last speaker just said now, on this very platform, some few days ago, we put it out based on what Mr. Osita is just, the scenario. The likely scenario, most likely scenario that could play out in 2027. It was well stated here. We know the game. Yes.
I didn't even know you guys have discussed it.
So, yes, we've discussed it. They want to rig it, but the solutions are there. We just have to be smart and be smarter.
Exactly. So we need to be in such a way that overwhelm. You know what it means to overwhelm people. Overwhelm people in such a way that there will be no excuse, there will be no room. Because one, anything that brings you to a point where INEC declares someone the president, it is over from what we've seen. Supreme Court will not be able to do shit. Nothing.
My own strategy is this. As long as this is the last time they will switch up BVAS, I'm okay with it. That's what I'm saying.
Mr. Osita, can I ask you a question and give a suggestion?
It means you still have a lot of trust in people in Nigeria.
I'm trying to use it to explain, because whatever strategy somebody is telling me, as long as the BVAS is not switched off, I can agree. But so far, you do all your strategy, bombard them, bring this. So far, they switch up the BVAS, they say what they want.
Let me tell you something. Wait. It seems as if during this court process, I don't know if you paid attention. When they were reviewing the electoral, sorry, could I just finish this point? When they were reviewing the electoral laws, okay, that was when we started seeing the flaws in the electoral law as per the BVAS. One, they are not mandated. They are only supposed to use the BVAS as maybe like a cross-checking, as a second sample for cross-checking. The primary source of result collation is the form EC8. I hope I got the form right. The original one. Do you get? So the BVAS is just there as more like a correction fluid if they want to. So whether even they switch on the IRF from those laws and the things that happen, INEC is not mandated to use them.
See, Osita, see, let me stress this.
We are in bigger trouble in 2027.
let me stress this. Let me stress this further. See, and to kind of answer Dr. CM. See, in any election coming forward, see, if things are done smartly by the opposition, please, let me tell you, let them bring 10 Mahmoud Yakubu. They will not go ahead with it. You see, if they put everything, even on IREF, they can still rig it. I'm not a tech person, but I can come up with that rigging formula right now in 2023. What they will do, they can even go more sophisticated, because you can give them that. Every agent can give them that from EC8A. Fine, but they can upload anything else.
They could have written the results and kept somewhere else.
They can upload it, but there is a solution to that. See, as I said before, I think 2 days ago, these things, there are things that we say, openly, solutions that we can say openly. There are solutions that we cannot say openly, on social media platform. Those are the things that the political party, if they are really serious, they have to get the right people seated. Hire the right people and get this thing. You have to preempt them. Come 2027, you must preempt them. Let them bring.
Listen to what Osita is saying. For me, I agree with him.
Yeah, I agree with him.
Is going to be more difficult.
But see, Mr. Elvis, 2027 is going to be more difficult. I agree with that. But if the Labour Party or the opposition, they have to be smarter. That's what I'm saying. See, how do you do that? See, every polling unit, the rigging of election is at the polling unit. If you want to secure it, your form EC8A, you must have it. You must have it ready. And you must have it, all the agents of Labour Party or any other political party, whatever we are.
Sorry, Speaker, are you saying that Labour Party, when they went to the Supreme Court, to the Presidential Appeal Tribunal, they didn't have the form EC8?
They have the form, but they are all they are from EC8As, but they know themselves that many of those from EC8As are technically faulty. Some were not signed by the agent, by the polling unit agent. Some of them were not signed. All those things, they are all there. There are so many technical faults there. Going forward, on the day of election, on the day of election,
we are speaking too many grammar here. We are speaking too many grammar. The solution is very easy. There are two solutions to this thing. Too much grammar, they spoil soup. The two solutions is one is either if you want to use that law, the INEC law, this INEC law, electoral law, to face them headlong, you have to be like them. Two, if you don't want to do that, if you don't want to face them with headlong, as they come, you come the way they are coming. Two is to send a bill back to the House with your people and PDP for the electoral law to be revisited, and they will change and lock up the loophole and make it in such a way that INEC cannot unilaterally say who the president is until it is ratified by the National House Assembly. That's all.
And you think Tinubu will accent to that?
Let it not sign it now. Let it be that we have done something.
Do you know what he took Buhari before he signed it?
In addition to what Black Panther said, I think the major undoing of the electoral law, whatever is that, in court cannot accept any election result you tender that did not come from INEC. They said it, and that was the whole thing. So it doesn't mean that Labour Party, PDP, they've all had their own error. They have their own situation room, tabulating results. When you tender it in court or presidential tribunal, what the law empowers the court to admit is what INEC gives them. It's as simple as that. So if whatever you say that this is it, remember at the tribunal, when Labour Party were given the CTC given to them by INEC denied it.
You know the fraud there. You know what the judges did in that area. You know what the judges and the justices of the Supreme Court, you know what they did in that area? They preempted themselves. They said that the Labour Party and PDP or the appellants, they're supposed to bring in the polling unit agents as witnesses.
As witnesses.
Going forward, see, each Labour Party must have laid down at the minimum, 2,000 to 3,000 agents that their testimony is written already. It's just to incorporate it into whatever, when they want to go to court.
I just want to weigh in on what everything Osita said. See, Osita,
I've not even landed in my point.
I know.
Up till now, you never land. Look at
CM, that's because you didn't allow me to finish.
What you said,
you didn't allow me to finish.
I just want to weigh in on
what you said. Let allow me they talk.
I just want to weigh in on what you've said so far. See, Nigeria, the electoral law as it is, that they amended, there's nothing wrong with that law. Nigeria has proved, to the extent they've proved to us, that no matter what law you make, they would never make it work. No matter where you bring it from, they would never make that law work, because the people.
Can I interject
the
you?
people. Listen.
Can I interject you?
Wait.
Hold on.
They finish now.
Let me finish. The people who are supposed to implement the law and oversee the law will rig it in favor of who they want. Okay, let me say that. Let me say the reason why. The BVAS was created, from what I learned. It wasn't a technology that was brought in from another country. They said it was members of the INEC department.
Yeah, it's in-house.
That they fashioned that technology based on Nigeria's antecedents to kind of minimize corruption. See, that idea was those guys should be honored for what they did. What they did is heroic for the country, because that BVAS, it's called bimodal voters accreditation system. You will have to be accredited, and then there will be voting. You can overvote, you can stuff ballot boxes, but if the voters are not accredited, it will not be counted. That is why till today they have refused to release the BVAS captured in the database during that election process. They refused. They refused. There's certainly overvoting. There's certainly manipulation, but we need to see, because if you say a candidate has scored 1 million votes and only 500,000 people were accredited, where did that 1 million votes come from? That is what exactly, Osita, that is, if you go and look at the Osun Supreme Court election, PDP, Adeleke, did you know that INEC provided the BVAS accreditation system to Adeleke? They submitted it when Oyetola brought the EC8. Whether it was fake, whether it was handwritten or it was from INEC, but the justices relied on the BVAS and said, where did you get this excess? You said you scored more vote than the PDP guy. But these people that you presented in your results are not in the accreditation system, the BVAS system. That was how Adeleke won it. You understand? So that thing is a very good thing. But when some people are hell-bent on not making the system work, they will look for anything to cripple the system, to bend results to their favor. I think the challenge Nigerians
can I
in 2027 is how they are going to make their results, their vote count.
How you make the let me quickly take on that. Sorry, Mr. Ogasiam. Let me quickly take on that briefly. See, it is not only just the form EC8A that will matter. On election day, that is where you must secure. When we say secure the polling unit, polling agent, their job is not just to wait for votes people to vote counted, and then they hand over to them the form EC8A. Their job, the critical part of their job, is to ensure how many people were accredited. They must have their own numbers, because when INEC is refusing to bring out the BVAS, you must have something to counter it. You have to force INEC to bring BVAS out. But you can't force them.
But the database for the accreditation is in the computer, is in the server.
It's in the computer.
But you must have something.
Olumide, these are Osun's own. was a landmark case, that Adeleke case. The thing is, APC, they saw through it, and they know that the moment they allow BVAS to work, based on what they learned from Oshun, because Oshun State did not, like we know now, did not rely on from EC8, the number you brought. They were saying if you have 120 million votes based on EC8A, the BVAS show that 20 million were accredited. Because you have to be accredited before you vote.
Yeah,
so
without brought
exactly. No, I'm coming. So it is all this they knew. They set it aside. So they deliberately decided. It's like me now. Listen, what happened there was, this is a red pencil. We cannot see it is red. But when you get to court, they tell you it's white. Supreme Court has talked. That's why they say technicality. They were looking at the law. If they should follow it the way it is, they know that there's no way you can bypass BVAS. But they decided to tell you, what can you do? Though this is, you say it's red, we say it's white. And because we say it's white, go to court. And when you get to court will say it is white. So we all know this is pure injustice. It's not because of the fact that there are the lapses. I believe the electoral law, the way it is, if they implement it that way, it's okay. But because of the fact that they didn't want to show it, they decided to do what they want. That's just it.
CM, listen. When anyone who has studied this famous Chinese book, The Arts of War, you should know that at every point in time, you should be prepared for the worst case scenario.
But see, we cannot build our society on a foundation.
No.
Oh no.
CM, can you let me talk?
Listen. You people miss.
CM, you don't allow people to talk. Calm down now. You've just been giving your submission. You just made a point. I just want to finish something. We all know. Why are we sounding as if we don't know that the system, in fact, left for the system the way it is, with the current people running it, the way it favors them, nothing will change.
Whether they like it or not, something
which means first of all that you need to
give way. Whether they like it or not, something must
you need to beat them at their own game.
Because you can't go beating them
at their own game.
Okay,
you can't go and collect billions of naira and then be bribing
Let's hear Osita. I never said your point.
I never said no. That was not what I said. No. I'm not going to stop until I finish the point I want to make.
Osita, make your point with the solution that you are preferring. Yeah.
The solution is this. Someone was talking about securing the polling unit. It was not just that. It was not just at the polling unit that this thing happened. The collection units at the state level, at the local government level, it's collection units. Because at the polling units, we were seeing videos where people were counting LP 75, LP. So it was not just at the polling unit. Polling units, they knew what they scored. So it doesn't just stop at the polling unit. It runs down to the collation units, because it's what they get at the collation center at the state level that they will push to the federal level. So what do we do at the collation unit?
Are there not Labour Party agents at the collation unit?
See, I've gone beyond. So for me, I've gone beyond polling unit. This is what happened. Whatever evidence Labour Party want to tender in court, CTC comes from INEC. Did INEC give Labour Party all the things they requested, even with court order? Did they? No. Did the judgment, do they take it into consideration? I'm telling you, this is a case of, if you like, tell me this pencil is red. I don't want to see it as red. I say it's white. You can go to hell. That's what they did. Because how can you say that the INEC will be the person? Do you know that as at the night INEC was declaring Tinubu president, the whole result from the whole polling unit in the country, they don't have it? Do you know that? Are you doubting it? Is anybody doubting it? The night they were declaring Tinubu president, all the result from the whole polling unit in the country is not with INEC. They don't have it. Yet you are expecting Labour Party to bring all the result from the whole polling unit. As I'm talking to you today, go to INEC website. You can see the result of all the presidential elections from the whole polling unit. What does that tell you? Olumide, what does that tell you? That's what we are saying. So as at the time, before, it's like exam. If you are scoring somebody distinction, You must have checked all the questions answered, added all the marks, and said, this is what is... No, hold on. No, hold on. I'm coming. Wait.
We all know these problems.
So if you know it, you should not be telling people that maybe this Labour Party should do this or do that or do that. It's a deliberate wickedness. INEC do not even have the result. They're asking.
What should people be doing?
What should be? That's why I said it's technicality. If it is not a case of telling me that this thing is not red, it's white. Otherwise, they should have asked INEC the night you were declaring Tinubu president. Do you have all the results? That is the thing now. So that is the thing. So the only thing, we all know it. If you say what we should do, common sense should tell you that one, you sack, first of all, this man called Mahmoud should be in prison. That is the starting point. You sack INEC, get the man, because they don't have it, you cancel the election and then say, look, this election should be rerun because you cannot be declaring somebody president, yet the whole result is not with you.
You're definitely still living in the past. We're already talking about the future.
I'm being honest, because you cannot get to the future without addressing the past.
What are we going to do in the future? What are we doing in the future?
That's what I'm telling you. This is what we are going to do. Thank God you recognize this. First, that INEC man should resign, prosecuted, and put in jail.
First of all,
listen now. Listen to my listen.
And what will happen?
He may not wait.
You be the one to appoint me and INEC chairman.
Listen. I'm coming. This is pure Lego. Now, the House, if they are really serious, because when you say the solution, what solution I'm prescribing is only if they want it. The House should sit down and say, henceforth, appointment of INEC chairman cannot be by the president.
And which will have the majority? Which political party have?
You can as well give up now. Why are you asking me solution? You can as well give up if you don't want me to say solution. Forget that. It may sound not a wise, intelligent solution, but allow me to give it.
It's not practical. It's not pragmatic. It's not realistic.
Okay, then in that case now we are sentenced to life of partition. Listen. In that case now, if all these things won't work, it then means that we don't need to complain. Then we are helpless for the next 1 million years. We continue being the way we are. It's as simple as that. I'm telling you that there must be a consequence for this thing. It happened. If INEC is announcing result when you don't have the entire result of the country, INEC should be the repository of all results. It should be the repository, but they don't have it. And then you're announcing somebody a winner. That is where you start. That is where you start. That is, I'm trying to be honest in the sense that people will hear me out. That is where you start. There is nothing you are going to do than somebody telling you, we saw the justice, you saw the judgment they gave. It makes no meaning. The fact that INEC is not having till today, all the result of the polling units, they are not ready. I want somebody to fact check me on that. They are not ready. So what are we saying? This is just pure brigandage, pure rubbish. That's what we are saying. The results are not ready, and you are expecting. People are asking, what is it called, Labour Party? If Labour Party present their own, according to their criminal law, court cannot admit anything from any result from Labour Party. They can cite it and leave it. They will say INEC is the constitutionally empowered agency to present the result officially. It's like when you present a result from JAMB, and JAMB is presenting another one. Which one will they take? Which result will they take?
My only pushback to Osisa's suggestion is just that we can't say that we need to spend more money to play the game. I mean, what kind of game? Well, do you want to bribe too? You don't change the system by doing that. I mean, we don't lay a bad foundation in order to create a good.
Olumide, that was actually not my submission. It's because you guys, jumped in and cut me off. I was making it. See, you guys didn't get the full picture of my submission.
You've been submitting since how many hours now? You don't land. You didn't.
Yeah, I've not. You've not let you particularly. You've not allowed me to submit anything.
Okay. Okay. The next 5 minutes, nobody should talk. Say what you want. 5 minutes, please. 5 minutes.
Thank you. Now, I was saying things about how the journey of, because I don't want to believe in anything called IREV again. the journey of taking the results from polling units to collation centers. Do you know the things that happen on the way? There are people that even on the way, those polling agents, when they are transporting, when they are conveying those polling results to the collation center, there are some of them that the police forces will hit, we threaten with guns. There are some of them that
Osita, you need to understand. Wait, Osita, before you continue, you need to understand that the IRS.
They allow me now.
Allow him.
So all of these things that happen, unless we come to a point we're able to create a system, think out a system that ensures that what is produced at the polling unit is what is collated at the collation center.
The people who created all this problem know that technology worked. That's why they just shut it down.
Allow him now.
And that technology, there's a database for it. You understand? They refuse to.
Could you just allow me to finish with my own point? My own point is this. The question is, how do we secure results, whatever it is that is gotten, to the collation center to ensure that what is being submitted at the state level, called up on at the state level? Because the moment you're able to secure it at the state, to your state level at least, or even sometimes to local government, I think there are two collation centers at the local government level and at the state level.
I would say let us keep the technology and let us keep the physical counting, and they will cross-check each other and cross-check each other out.
Listen. All the things I'm saying is in a worst-case scenario. Listen, in a worst-case scenario, because CM has provided a solution about the things that need to happen in the house. I'm thinking further, assuming all things fail, that we need to come up with a system that allows that from the polling unit to the local government, where they do local government collation, that the results are not tampered with. And also from the local government to the state level, that the results are not tampered with.
Yeah, Osita, you've made your point. Please.
This is the point I want to make.
Yeah, okay, all right, that's fine. Let me respond. Let me respond to that. Let me respond to that the way I believe this, going forward. And they cannot spin it. And even Labour Party or any other political party, they can't get their way out of this. The most credible process of all the election process, from polling unit up to Mahmoud Yakubu, that will announce Jonathan in Abuja. Yeah. Oh, no. Are you hearing me?
Hello, Mr.
Yes.
Jonathan, continue.
Are you here? Oh, yeah, I can hear you. The most credible result from polling unit up to the National Collation Center in Abuja, all those processes, about 5 of them or 6 of them, the exactly. Of all of them is the polling unit results. Exactly. So how do you deal with that? Is the polling unit results. See, the real-time release of polling unit results will defeat any strategy that they have. Once results are counted at the polling unit, put it out there for all Nigerians to see. Let them now come out and counter it with something different. Whether they will now counter 167,000 polling units, we are waiting to see. Once you count your own polling unit, in your own polling unit, with video camera, as they are counting it, put it out there. See, obedient, like-minded Nigerians, they can all put a system in place. Once they count your own polling unit, we know polling unit A or polling unit 1. We see it, we can see it. Up to polling unit 167. Let them take it now and come out, whether they want to change the entire polling unit, how they will defend that. The most credible result, real time, I'm talking of real time, is the polling unit result. Whatever they now go and do at the ward level, at the local government level, at the state level, they will challenge because you already have something. The problem they have, the advantage they take, what they take advantage of is that there is nothing to counter them as at the time they are releasing the result, even at the state level. When those
but they have things to counter them. They have things to counter them. Do you know Melai? Do you know Melai and some Labour Party and
that was at the national level. See, I'm talking at
Yeah, this election conducted by Yakubu would have been the best election Nigeria ever had, because it was a very good process, but they made it fail. Deliberately made it fail, because by BVAS, the bimodal voter accreditation system will accredit the voters. Then people will go and vote in the polling unit. They will physically tally it, then upload it into the IRF. People will see it, and then that number you see on the IRF to the whole world is where they will now compare with the Form EC8. So what is wrong? There's nothing wrong with it.
There's nothing wrong with it.
There's nothing wrong with it.
It's because they shut it down.
Cook their figures.
They can cook their figure and then bring it as.
And then shove it down people's throats. Simple.
Yeah, that is the thing.
And that's what they're going to do in 2027.
You you understood the thing. That is just the thing. Because if you upload it, the whole world will see it. You go to IREF, you just see everything. But because they shut it down, they now use TPEX to go to EC8 and change it. Because when you change the EC8 and then you now use that one, that's why they were uploading rubbish. Remember remember there was some blank rubbish they were uploading. How did all those things come about? Because they shut it down and decided to be manipulating it the way they want. If you do it very well, remember that day, I think it was in Imo State. Somebody was asking, okay, what our presidential? I said, no, we were told not to upload it. We were told not to upload it. When you uploaded 2 results, 3 ballot papers, you vote simultaneously, you upload the 2, the one they said don't upload it. It's deliberate. That's what I'm saying. This is red. But if you want to say it's white, it's up to you. So when you go to court and you give judge money and the judge says it's white, if you like, go to Supreme Court. You give Supreme Court judges money. They say it's white. They say, okay, Supreme Court has come to an end. Who doesn't know what happened?
Can I say something here?
Yes.
You see, Mr. Olumide.
Yes.
You see, there's one thing we Nigerians always say. When they bring something to you, you will say, oh, the thing is good. It's only the people that are doing it that are wrong. Look, let me tell you one thing about you. Have gone to that thing and logically analyze that law, the electoral law. That electoral law is still manual operated.
Exactly.
It's still manual operated. You people think that you have to think. I'm a statistician. I'm a mathematician. I'm a statistician.
Black Panther.
That law,
I'm not even arguing against it, but I'm saying
that law they didn't make any law.
INEC when Adeleke Oyeleke won.
No. What I'm going to say now.
Based on the BVAS.
What I'm going to say now. The APC tricked the entire country. They didn't make any law. What they did was that they made a demarcation. They now brought in the BVAS. They only talk on the BVAS. One, that law they made was still manual. That is why they gave the distriction solely right. It is not the law. They gave the solely right to INEC to determine your fate.
What they want to do.
Look, that law, again, is like this. If you are making a law, the body that is going to implement that law, you did not make a law to constrain the body that you cannot only read from the BVAS to ascertain who. Wait now, it is the same thing people argued about Nigerian constitution. You say Nigerian constitution is good. Later, after the election, you say Nigerian constitution is flawed. We've been seeing you have to see beyond your nose.
I'm not talking about
I see, Mr. Olumide, I was in a forum. I watched you speak concerning the Nigerian constitution. I watched you speak on it.
I
have watched you speak on it. The same thing you said about the Electoral now is the same thing you said about Nigerian constitution.
If you want me to speak on my position about the constitution, about Nigeria, I can give you my full position.
No, I've already know your position. You spoke. I have heard you spoke about Nigerian law. Can I say something, please? I'm not speaking. I've been hearing you people since. I want to say my practically.
I'm just trying to empathize with the Nigerian situation.
See, not empathize your country. It's your country and my country.
All you see, Olumide,
my country.
Olumide, where you are, you never get your Yoruba nation. All of us. Don't say you are empathizing with Nigeria. You should empathize with yourself as well.
Abio. Okay,
you should empathize with yourself as well.
Let me, Osita, the truth of the matter is, the truth of the matter is, me, I've never voted. Even when I was in Nigeria, over 15 years ago, I've never voted in that shithole place called Nigeria. I'm telling you, because everything I know, it never mattered. Whether you voted or not, it never mattered. It is who they want there. So if I was still in Nigeria, there is nothing that I say or do that would change today's situation. But somebody like me now, having known better, the least I can do is to speak out and let my people know that there's something better out there than what you guys are experiencing. The intent of the law is what matters. Don't let them use technicalities to cover. The only place where they use technicalities to judge issues is Nigeria.
It's Nigeria.
Look at the PID case. If the judge wanted to use technicality to even back the company that is resided in their own home country.
Yes.
You understand?
In the UK here.
He would have done it to say, you know what, Nigeria, pay this money, Jare. You know, this guy said, I will never be at peace with myself if I allowed the people of that country to be robbed of this hard-earned money. You understand? We look at the intent of the law. You understand? I look at the intent of the law. I don't see criminals, justices giving out. Or see, you guys have a uphill task in 2027.
Let me tell you.
Do you know that the law as it is? To be honest with you, if only they didn't switch up the BVAS, the law as it is okay. Law as if they didn't switch up the BVAS. The law as it is okay.
Yeah, they didn't switch up the BVAS. It was the IRF.
No matter what,
listen, it was the IRF that they switched off. Now, look at what's going to happen. Because of that discretionary power of deployment of tools that INEC has pertaining the election, look at what's going to happen in Imo, Kogi, and which other state? Which state again is having Bayelsa? I don't know.
Bayelsa. No. It's only three. Bayelsa.
When is they don't having their own?
Next year.
Okay, it don't so far. See, they go turn back their IRF.
My brother, make I tell now. Don't turn on. I say they go turn back on when he pleases them. So listen, now coming back to what you said, CN, going back to the house to correct those laws. Of course, I support it 100%. But looking at the numbers, in the National Assembly, APC still has the higher say. A majority of them will never allow that law to be assented to. Secondly, hold on.
Take a cue. Hold on, let me just land.
Hold on.
I'm just saying worst case scenario.
They correct.
Then I said something that's not correct.
Let us correct you. They don't have to third. They can't vote now because they only have 6 difference now. You have to have a 2/3 to back it up.
That is in the Senate.
There's the Senate.
What if they even pass it and Tinubu does not assent to it?
That is why look at it.
They will take it back and assent to it. They will take it back after summit. No, that's what they do.
So because if we look at what Buhari did, it was when he was leaving. And please, there's something that just came to my mind now. I've been looking for an outlet to say this, and it's a bit away from what we were talking about. Now, Labour Party is saying they want to do things differently. Next time, whoever has access to Labour Party's chairman, because he was on this platform recently, for the next time he comes, ask him how they want to be choosing their representatives, whether they will be doing direct primaries or indirect. Because if Labour Party wants to continue doing indirect primaries, they are still part of the criminality we are talking about, depending on the delegate system. You get? Because if Labour Party really wants to show Nigeria that they want to do things differently, they can actually, listen, they're talking about diaspora voting, because all of us here, we can actually register in our wards, in our local government, and do direct primaries that allows diasporans to even choose, partake, or contribute in people who are their representatives. The reason I'm saying this is this. Because of what we've seen happening in the House now, where a good number of them are happy, willingly embracing the SUVs. People who really want change in Nigeria, who want to mount effective opposition, you cannot tell me that you will need to wait so that your court cases will finish, because that was what the chairman said. I know the chairman might not want to accept it, but the truth is that it's not everyone who flied on the Labour Party flag that has the same ideology of the change of Nigeria that we're looking for. So what do they want to start doing about it? Because the law actually allows political parties to conduct either direct or indirect primaries. I would like to see a difference in the Labour Party, where it becomes direct primaries, where they abolish anything that has to do with delegate system. So let's take, for instance, I'm from which local government in Nigeria, and now I want to maybe start, what is it called? I want to partake in choosing who will be our representative, House of Representative, or who should go to the Senate. My vote should be able to count. It doesn't take anything. It only takes apps.
Osita, can I interject you?
Go ahead, please.
Huh?
This message is for the Labour Party chairman,
Osita, you have a very fundamental point. But look, if the foundation is not laid well, there's nothing you can do.
We'll go find another political party to support.
No, I'm not talking about the Labour Party now. I'm talking about the electoral law. You see, when I made suggestion that you have to make a law that will constrain the body that is going to execute that law. But if you look at the electoral law, the authority of that to implement the law without no constraint, if he does anything, nobody's going to blame him. They give it solely right to the INEC chairman. You see, that's not a law. When you don't make a law to constrain him not to do something. Now, if you make a law that the INEC chairman, if he doesn't get all the polling unit results, he cannot pronounce who the president be. If you make a law that he can only act on the evidence from the IROF to his own desk on his computer. Without that, you cannot manually let them remove that manual operation and let them put only the IRF. Because when you put it with manual, you are subjecting it to somebody, you are subjecting it, and you are making it the sole right of INEC chairman to tell you that I'm going to challenge your destiny to this place or this place, which is wrong. That's not a law. Because the sovereignty of the country belongs to the people. When you are making a law, let the people make the law and give the law the definition, and not giving the law in such a way that INEC will now tell you what. Yes, an escape route. This is not a law. So that's why I told you that is a game for us. It's not a law.
My dear brother, Panther, if we are even talking about what we need to do, we all know what we even need to do to make our electoral system more credible. Now, Nigeria should, with the kind of criminality that you find in Nigeria, with the crookedness in Nigeria, the only thing that will make our election credible is real-time voting. I'm talking about electronic voting. People try to pass that motion in the last assembly. Some people started saying that network does not work in their phone, in their hometown. But ATM, they work.
You don't mind them.
If they get SMS.
If it's to transfer money in their local, hold on. If it is to transfer money to them when they are in the hay, it will work. But for them, I agree with you because I listen to them. The thing is that, and that's what I'm saying. When people decide, let me say it. The way the level, exactly. The level Nigeria
was real-time voting too.
Only you are driving. Driving. Don't be caught.
Hands free.
Okay.
In a way, it is real-time voting too, but The only difference is that they shut the server down.
No, it's not real time voting. No, listen to what real time voting is.
Real time now.
No. Real time. See, listen. It's not real time. Why? Real time voting, I mean, is to the depth that you have electronic. See, the electronic is automated as you're voting. As you're voting. See, you see, as if you mark one like for YouTube, you go show you say the number go increase.
These guys are.
I know what you are saying, Oster.
I think they have over 1 billion population with about 900 million people voting.
But the real time we are talking in respect to this is that after tabulating the result, everybody agreed, then they put it in the EC8 and then upload it. That's what they mean by real time. So it does not require you, maybe assembly, because everybody, that is what they mean by real time. In this case, so I understand what you mean by electronic voting.
So what I'm saying is that for us to even get to where we need to get to, this IRF is not even enough with the criminality in Nigeria.
But
it needs to be a place where if somebody votes, you go make him region level 1, create a PDP 7 that will be seen in real time.
In that case, you don't need collation.
Exactly, we need to eliminate collation. We need to eliminate collation in our system. Manual collation needs to go.
Realize is that these guys are ready for you at every point.
The people, which is what I'm telling people, the people who hold Nigeria for next. See, now Nigeria is under juggler. Do you know how Tinubu managed to hold Lagos State, the whole Southwest at ransom? Nigeria is a juggler. Tinubu, that when they asked about diaspora voting at Chatham House, do you know what he said? Do you not remember what he said? He said, we've not even managed to finish our night voting in Nigeria. And
Oga Black Panther, see, make all the laws you want to make make it very tight. At the end of the day,
sometimes, let me tell you guys, sometimes anyone who listened to Dati Baba Ahmed today,
yes,
we know. See, when I listened to that guy, I remember Showore. Because in practicality, and I'm saying this, guys, it will be an absolute miracle if you're able to get APC off the government by 2027. Look at what is happening. Go and look at a place like Anambra State now. The politics of Anambra State also is about to change. Anambra election is going to get hotter in the next election. What's the name of this gentleman? Ifayuba just cross-carpeted to the APC.
No, Anambra is not an illiterate. Mbani made a mistake. Oster, listen. You've mentioned the wrong person. Look, let me tell you. Oster, you spoiled all the things you've been saying.
No.
Listen, I'm coming, Oster. I'm from Anambra. Ifeanyi is my senator from the south. Do you know the mistake you make? Hey, Oster, I didn't expect this from you. Anambra, let me tell you. The highest Ifeanyi will win is in Nnewi local government. The way he's been winning. Let me tell you, Anambra is a very, very intelligent state. They will tell Ifeanyi that we know you have money, you do all this. You don't have the capacity to be governor. Peter Obi set the bar high. Obiano came in with what he did, although not excellently. Soludo is people are not happy with Soludo to some extent, but we feel that with this level, Ifeanyi can't even measure up to this level. If you had given me another name, I would have said, okay, no. And you join APC again. In a number of four places, APC, it won't work.
He has joined APC now.
I beg, let me speak in a word. I beg, no kuna verse, mona pause first. I beg, greetings, everybody. I just wanted to quickly. I thought that we were going to be Mr. Niger Watch. I thought you were going to be talking about the Edo upcoming election. That's why I entered, because of the what you had on display. But I see that you guys are talking about this election that's messed up already. So I would leave you guys to it. Thank you.
You can switch it if you can. You can. We can. We are just random.
No. I wanted to ask Mr. Niger Watch a question about it because there's so many of them coming under LP that are wanting to run as Edo State governors, and I'm like, can't they just? I mean, within themselves, they know who's a better candidate. I know that this question I'm asking is
one of them.
Exactly, right? She's not one of them, but I'm like the people that are coming on, all the few that I've been able to like listen to or read about, nothing to write home about apart from one or so that he seemed to get it.
If nobody has told
my guess is that this brings you to the same thing I was saying. That
they're all rushing to be governor, but not. I mean, it's too many of them. And does LP not have structures in? Like, let me say, for the lack of better words, I know they don't have the structure yet, but don't they have a way of streamlining and reducing the number of candidacy under the LP? Because it doesn't make any sense. Every Tom, Dick, and Harry is coming out and saying they want to run.
Come out now, not democracy.
Yeah, but the thing is that I think isn't it a kind of like a waste of resources? I mean, I don't understand. Maybe I don't know how it works, but yeah,
my guess is that let me say this: if we are not careful, Labour Party will start producing even worse governors.
Exactly, this is my concern, because if all of them are coming out like that, and there's not, because
that is why
the LP ought to have. Sorry, Mr. Osita, I'm going to leave you guys to continue, but I just want to get my point across in case Mr. Niger Watch is listening, right? Does the LP not have? They should have something in place where they check these candidates that are coming in and expressing their interest to run for governorship, right? Before they even present them to the public. Because how can we, let's say there are 200 of them coming out and say, I want to be a Edo State governor. So that means that if we don't have social media platforms where people are able to ask them direct questions, these people will just come. I mean, it doesn't make sense to me. How are they going to do that? If there are 200 people coming out, they should be able to streamline and say, okay, we're only taking 5 people. Every other person, that's it. So the idea that everyone that wants to run for governor just throws in their cap. Because right now, this Edo State governorship election, it is one for the books. So anybody that is not prepared, they should just run and go and hide.
Can I tell you why it's like that?
Yeah.
Because it is not the people that fund the party. The party derive their funds from the sales of fund to everybody. That's why. If it's the people that is funding the party will have enough money to do the election. That's
even with that, okay, even with that, still, even though yes, it's the people that are funding the party, there should still be checks in-house within the Labour Party to say, okay, people can buy. It's like going to visa now. People go and collect visa form. You pay, whether you like it or not. Whether you get the visa, that's another thing altogether. So you end up collecting visa fee from so many people, but only a few people get. It's the same thing. So even if people it's people driven, there should be something in house that's able to check them so that their numbers are reduced. We gotta face the real issues here, not talking to 120 people that are coming out for a governorship election. It's annoying.
See, listen, my dear sister, Omoye, I don't know if you heard what I said. I was saying earlier about why can't, if Julius Abure really wants to make a difference in our political system, he should abandon indirect primaries, all these use of delegates. He should use technology so that people can vote for people. Tell you, okay, this is the person I want to vote. There is no way when you have many people voting directly on the political distance to select the person that you will not get someone who is good. CM, you're from Anambra, I'm from Enugu. I don't know if anyone here is from Imo State. The gentleman that is running on that Labour Party in Imo State, do you think that is? Do you find that guy inspiring enough?
I do because of his antecedents. I do. Do you know?
Which antecedent?
Yes.
Which antecedent?
He is coming. I think he is more like somebody from the private sector, although he has been a senator before, and this is why.
What does Atan Achono do? What do you know he does for a living?
Atan Achono is a self-made, if I say billionaire now, I don't know whether it's up to that, but he has quite investment, at least in the agriculture farm. You need to go and see his mechanized farm in Imo State. So, and that is really his own businesses. So, such person inspires me because already he has created job. And then he's been somebody who is in private, especially agriculture. If you see his farm, I can't believe that somebody has that type. Different things. So that sort of made me to know that this man has got another address. Unlike somebody like Ekweremadu now may say, I'm a senator for 22 years. I want to be governor. So no address. Everything is politics. So this man has a business he's managing. When he left Senate, he has his farm. So he returned to his farm. He said, this is where I stay. I'm here every morning. This is what I'm doing. So I'm going. So because of, and he provided job for youths in Imo State. In that farm, go and look at it. I'm not from Imo, but when I read
I don't know much about him.
Yes,
I don't know much about him. But listen. I feel like money also played part in that Imo primaries. Why? Because someone I wanted to see carry the flag was someone like Amadi Junior.
Okay.
If you give me someone like Amadi, you see me now posting.
I know.
If you put someone like Amadi there, people will start contributing money for him. Do you think human beings are not wise?
I know. The thing is, yes, Amadi, you said it was also because I've interviewed him. I've been on a program. Well educated, Harvard, 3 degrees from Harvard, 3 postgraduate, 2 masters, 1 doctorate. And he's a former National Electricity Regulations Board. And the way he spoke, he's somebody in the mode of P2B who is not interested in stealing. So because of and he's close to P2. Hold on, and he's close to P2B, and the way he speaks, because he was the person that said the Imo primary didn't go the way they wanted to impose. This one they call Ogunewe, somebody a retired military man, but somehow the thing backfired, and then this man. The people felt that they want to rig it in favor of Ogunewe. Then they voted for this one, who should have come second to Amadi that we are saying. But on second thought, because I'm not from there, I just have to go and read out of interest. So when I saw, I said, well, this man is better than Hope Uzodinma. This man is better than Rochas Okorocha. Because sometimes the best you may wish may not be available, but within the people you have, you can't have a vacuum now, you can't have a vacuum. So who do you think among the lot? Do you see it? So that's why I said at Atarachono, the Labour Party man can do it to get in. That is the thing, because already I can settle for PDP man, Samdadi Anyanwu, I don't even want to hear about that one. All those PDP, Korocha, them people, they wasted the Imo people's time. So that's why I settled on this one. When I looked at it, at least somebody with such a background, I wanted somebody who can at least, the problem with Nigeria is stealing public money. Not that he may not steal, I'm not vouching for him. But what I want to see is somebody who will come, at least, even if you want to replicate what you did in the private sector, to use it to film government. I mean, somebody can say, yes, this is where you are headed. And the way he's talking, he's convincing to me, because he knows exactly the problem of Imo people. And he's darling. People are liking him as a person. Although people may say anything but hope, anything but hope. So that is exactly where Imo State will go. I pray the man wins. I pray he wins, so that Imo will just have a clean break from this hope.
Can't you see how people are happy in Abia State?
You say, hey, now that you are talking, hey, so
can't you see how people are happy in Abia State?
When you are talking now, let me leak this secret. Not just like say, thank God Edo these people will be coming here. I think Omoye should know now. When we're interviewing them, that Alex Oti. One thing you must know, one thing with Nigerian system is that it is not that the people don't know who is good. I have since dropped that idea. If you leave Nigerians to choose who they want, they know who is good. Whether you give them money or not, because individually they will know. Do you know that Alex Oti has contested under Apuga and won, but he was rigged out by Ibazo. Before he was in PDP and he keep contesting. Do you know the fact that he got in? The people of Abia, when you now talk to them, they are not having that type of hope that this man, nobody can nobody can match his record, despite being only 4 or 5 months. So when you not, because they will tell you that we know him, we know he can perform. So that go, and the way he started, he's giving Labour Party a good selling point. I wouldn't be surprised if people of Edo State or maybe any other state said we want Labour. It's because of that man.
No, but they will not just say they want Labour. Labour needs to field a good candidate.
And that's okay. Well,
it's not just about they need to field a good candidate, which means they need to do better. Julius Abure has his work cut out for him.
Exactly. Yeah, it's true. So, but in doing this thing also, do you know one thing with Nigerian democracy I found out? Sometimes there are some rigging you will rig. You even rig a nice person in. You believe that? There are some rigging that in the end it may turn out that the person who rigged and is even nice and he did well. But the way the rigging is painful is if you rig a rogue in, you will rig him in and the person where they rig in, everybody now just yakata. So the way it is, if any state is desiring for labor, I think who they have in mind might be that Alex Oti, that may be labor, but it depends on them, like you said, to bring out a good candidate first who will vie for labor. Without them doing that, they can't be able to get the result or the outcome they're asking for or they wish. So
they
that's
won't.
The issue.
They won't. They won't. See, the only thing that will make you unseat a PDP, APC, you need to come with something very extra good that everyone will close eye and go for.
And
else,
you have to be a bit rugged too. You're not just a bit.
Listen. But when you bring something very good, you don't need to do much. Now people go rugged than for you.
Well, okay.
Alex Oti is a typical example.
Okay. In fact, I like that Alex as a person.
No. Let me tell you one thing. Nigerian politics is not like that. It not be anything good. When the people are behind you and they need a change urgently, they will gun for you. The only thing is that this APC,
when APC, that's why people go for you.
See, APC is like this. If you know that APC, they are dogged here. You have to face them, that doggedity. You have to face that doggedity for you to get it, because they are going to rig it. So prepare doggedity, and that is it. You must prepare that part of food for them.
Exactly. Especially if APC is incumbent. I know. That's why this Imo State owned. Do you know that this one arm general, you know, this Achono is one arm. He hasn't got the right arm. So he is saying that they will make sure that no collation. Everybody should be the way it is. So it's already sounding, you know, that ruggedness that they can't give them chance. It already sounded unlike, it's not keeping quiet anyway. I don't know what he might be having meeting it from now till then. But he's telling the Imo people that everything must be collected at the polling unit, and that is where it should be uploaded. That they don't believe this idea that they will go to local government and say no, it won't work. That the law doesn't provide. The law provides, collect it there, upload it there, and then everybody will see it through the IREV. So any party can be taking down their own. I know it won't be easy because Hope Uzodinma already now is a fraudster. We know his background, unless those that do not know. Hope Uzodinma is a fraudster.
But it will be against the law if he does that, because the law stated that the man that is going to organize the election under his own jurisdiction is going to tell you whether he's going to use the RF or he's going to use manual. That is what the law says.
They've told
so
them
if he goes,
no.
He can decide to use. He can create a problem and decide to use manual. That's how they beat us for this first election now.
No, I know, but they've told them what to use in Imo State now. That's what he's trying to say, that
they can break it. They can break it. They'll create a problem. They'll break that law.
Listen, I know. Listen, they've had a meeting with all the party people and the INEC. This is weeks back. They said this is the way it should be. and all of them signed to it. That's why this man is saying this is what we signed, and everybody agreed that they can never allow them to change it. So it's already sounding it at the beginning. It's okay that we know that people of Imo State are tired. I will be surprised if Hope Uzodinma should get even up to 30% of the total vote.
When you are fighting person like Hope Uzodinma, forget that thing when you sign. No, they look at sign. What to be signed? What they look at for court? Forget that when you sign. Go doggedly with him. Fire for fire. Anyway, they go follow him.
The man said, remember they nearly beat Ashonu today. He escaped gunshot. Is it not what I heard? Or maybe it's one people in his convoy. So we know things like this will happen. We know. But the thing is that I know that the people of Imo State is just telling them that this is their time. They must stand up. The little they could do, which is to turn out on the day in mass and vote, let them not, shake that job. They should do it and do it very well, hoping that they upload the result the way they say and then they declare. I don't think if only that in Nigeria opinion poll doesn't matter. Otherwise, Hope should have thrown in the towel because everything is loaded against him. Nobody.
You see what Hope Uzodinma will use.
Incumbency, isn't it? He will go and organize talks. That's what they will.
Hope is going to use the police.
But then, if really Nigeria is a democracy, why should police be deployed to illegal mission? If you tell people, nice solution, fella, they call them.
Now the thing why they tell you be that now. Now the thing why they tell you say, if they won't use, look if they use police, East now very Eastern Bloc Nigeria na peculiar situation, a very peculiar. That is why I'm saying there is not what you do in the East that you can do in the West or in the Middle Belt. You see, the East, I'm not disturbed about the police because the police not get power for that place. You understand me? You can use men did there. If that man wants to survive, not be say you come to tell us story, say, hey, he's the police on me. All those are not going to it is going to be iron for iron.
Even to tell you now, from the feeling I'm having, the incumbent, which is Hope Uzodinma, is not sure of himself. If there is anybody who is afraid, it is Hope. Because this
you
man...
sure say that man, they are afraid? I gotta get power now. What you talk? How you going to say afraid?
No, afraid in the sense that... No, we are saying... Not afraid in the sense that... Afraid in the sense that even from the feeling, he may even see it in the air. People don't want him. It doesn't. You see, there's a difference between people don't want you and then you manipulate yourself, force yourself on the people. There are two different things.
Okay.
But he must have known somebody who is going for second term. Instead of you to campaign on the strength of your achievement, nothing to show. All you talk about, people are telling you is that the man should go. It's only killing. Even if you are the governor, you won't be happy. Yeah.
Nigerian politicians don't graduate from the people and they can't go the level say, if they don't like me, that is when I will do my own way. That is the level they are now. The more you say you don't like them, the more they garner strength to do the needful against you. So Hope has been a very hard man from Lagos where they do in game. Come enter this one, they can't go upper hand. He will do anything. So the only way this man can do is say, East na different terrain. The police cannot really operate full capacity there because of the uprising and the shifting of the whole thing for ground. So I will want him to really, do the needful, because I won't say it all out. Not be say like what PDP man do for Lagos, where they say na iron for iron. Later in the day, it just be like saying na water na be. They just mend and come out. If you do anything, that means something don't transpire. Tell us what it transpire. Maybe they don't give a one position. You understand your money? So now, if you say something, do one. Not be say you can't talk, say, oh, he don't read me. He put police. Who go hear you? Medicine after death. Go to court. You go fail.
Do you know what I tell Imo people? I used to say it. I tell my friends, I say, look, we have a proverb in Igbo language said, if they bring you from village or from anywhere, say make you come be childminder to somewhere else. As you mind the child, now the child can't die. Naturally, they say you could go back to from where you come from. So To apply that a proverb, Buhari now bring hope Uzodinma to Imo people. Now Buhari don't go. Ordinarily, so hope should also go, isn't it? So the man will bring and come.
No, the Agbado like
Don't,
am.
well, not be
Agbado
not be
like am
Agbado.
die.
Not be like we they say who bring and come.
And
Talomuwa, according to Yoruba, Yoruba to say Talomudi Omui what who mu one and who bring and come. So that's why they tell you say I tell you my friend from Imo State say look the man person will go carry pikin in pikin where he go carry die. The person go back on. They say yes. I say hey Buhari carry hope who's or they mark on near body. In the Abuja hope they were now Buhari don't go we bring and come. Hey make him fat make gonna go send and pack him now. No be no the person will bring and come don't go. So therefore, he go with them. That's just simple
to
as
be
that.
truthful, to be truthful, Hope no go win that election.
No, exactly.
He no
To
go
be
win
honest,
am.
yes.
To be
That's what I'm
honest, he no
telling
go
you.
win am.
He is
He no
scared.
go win am.
I know rigging there, but there's something like even you see Black Panther enmity where you get even you can feel it in the air. You can catch it like a solid object everywhere. The whole Imo State, that is open resentment. So how can the man knows it? Open resentment, and I bet you, the moment the man leaves office, he go leave Nigeria. Do you understand what I'm saying? The moment Labour votes him out, wins Imo State, Hope Uzodinma cannot be in Nigeria. Pata if he go Abuja hide. But ordinary he will just go on exile. He can't step into that Imo State. Not because of something, but he's afraid. He will be that's real afraid now. Because when you are committing all these atrocities and the people did not want you, somebody can rig and become first. And they say, okay. But okay, look at Rochas Okorocha, where thief them, steal him or blind. Yet he can still go in Imo State or this thing. Because under Rochas, in terms of buying people or doing wasn't that your man just come do business, steal money, do this, EFCC go to drag and he go to give them some percentage, then go leave them today. So, but in terms of Imo, was it peaceful? Comparatively to what it is now, it is. So, despite he stole money, all these things, people are willing to say, okay, even though Ikedio Hakim wasn't that so clean, but all those people can still come in and out and go. But this hope, no, the bloodshed in Imo State was so much that even everybody turned against him, no matter what. Even if you like, make he pave the whole of Imo State with.
Where is Okorocha?
To be your friend, now you ask for the ask. Black Panther, I think say na your friend.
Una don't leave him, una don't leave him, dump him. No, you don't pray to God this evening and don't catch up inside your house. Your wife
Okay,
don't tell us,
you say,
make you know contest again, no.
You see, when he lie down, they say, God help me. You see, the rich also cry, to be honest. Anyway, the thing is that, you see, that is the way Nigerian case is. Really. So if you can imagine what Okorocha did in Imo State, yet the people cannot hate him the way they hate this one now. It's so bad because the bloodshed was so much. We invited the Nigerian army, which is Boko Haram repentance. Yes, you invited them to come and be slaughtering your people for what? For what? Who has ever done that?
You see, me CM, CM. When some people they come talk here, they forget see they don't talk for some channels before. Me, I know they forget what they talk. That is why we should always be putting something out because some people they can't talk. I know where they talk, they go. They don't talk on Nigerian constitution. I remind them here. They say no, they never talk. See, anybody who come here, can't tell you to say, oh, don't say that we can still manage the constitution. It's the constitution by people. Just know, say that person, that person you mind, you want me to tear Nigeria apart. You understand?
That's true. That is the thing about my argument in the constitution is always this. I know some people don't. I said, look, the fact that the military wrote that constitution and handed over as imperfect as it is, it means that the military realized that constitution is important. That's what they are trying to say. Oh, we need to do this. Then they said, what is worth doing is worth doing well. If you want to do it, now let us do it well. That is my argument. If the military said you don't want constitution, you remove it. Fair, good. You don't want it. But for you to say you want this and you've done it the way, but since you say it is important, let us do it well. So that is the issue. That's why that is the what I had for the constitution. But be that as it may, we there here now, so I'm not I'm not no leave, no transfer. By Saturday we shall see. Hope Uzodema must go.
You see, CM, you know why they talk that talk? Yeah. When somebody this man only they come here, come talk, say, oh, the law is good, but the people where they do and I don't hear that thing several times.
No, because I don't think it's constitutional limit. I think it's about the electoral law.
I'm just yes, I know, okay. But I want to reiterate back on what they said, because this is exactly what they said when we were complaining about the constitution. Somebody, you know that somebody who is well learned, but he doesn't know about constitution, but he believes he knows about constitution. That's one thing about learned people. They believe they know about the constitution, but they don't know anything how the constitution is made. But when you're trying to tell them how it is being made, they keep on arguing with you and telling you that they are doctors, they are this, they are that. What I'm trying to say here is like this.
I'm always
I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about a person that talk. I'm not talking about you. No, you. I mentioned your name, but that one is separate. It's separate.
No. So
I'm talking about the doctor. Are you a doctor?
No. You said that you mentioned my name that.
Yes, I said you. I said you said this.
That I said the managed constitution.
No. I said the electoral law. That's when he made mention of electoral law. I said I'm not talking about the electoral law. I'm talking about Nigerian constitution. I now reminded CM that when we're talking about, understand me first. I'll relate it to what you have said. I said there was a time we were talking about the constitution. I want to relate it to what you said. Just cool down. We're talking about the constitution when the thing started election. I told them that this election will not go well due to the constitution problem we are having, because we don't have a constitution. That is why the leverage is there for them to do whatever they want to do, and they'll go scot-free with it. That was why I explained. But somebody told me, a learned person, the doctor told me, even a doctor, what did they call themselves? Somebody I almost reached professor, told me that it is the constitution of the people. And I asked him, do you know how they derive that constitution? Now I want to relate it to your own topic, to your own side, the electoral law. I wanted to relate. You said something that, the electoral law is good. It's just that the way he operated. I'm telling you that I want to debunk that fact that it's not good.
Okay.
What they gave us is still manual. It's not electronic. It's still manual.
Which aspect of it is not good?
The part of it that is not good is that they gave one person the sole power to determine the 200 million people, to determine their position.
And so what does it, the Black Panther, the first thing I will tell you is that, what does it even matter?
It matters. You know how the laws are being made.
Whether they give it to one person or whether they give it to another person, at the end of the day, the person who is supposed to interpret the law are the justices.
You cannot interpret what is wrong. They have a loophole.
Listen. The person who is supposed to interpret the law and set the record straight.
Interpret which law now? Which law you want to interpret?
The Nigerian law, the Nigerian constitution.
Which law? Tell me the
constitution. The electoral law. The justices are supposed to interpret it.
Look, there's one thing in Nigeria you always miss. You cannot give a justice to interpret what is wrong. They know that the law is wrong.
No. See,
Black interpret it the way they want.
What I'm saying is that what you are just saying is just what they call after the fact. You understand? Me myself, I was here following the pre-election, the election, and the post-election analysis. I was here, and I heard you say that you were very confident that Obi was going to win in court. So what changed for you now about the electoral law? Now that you lost, what changed for you?
Okay, do you know why I said I was confident? It was the part that part cannot be altered about Abuja. Specific.
So at the end of the day,
specific.
Who were the people who interpreted that part for you?
They did not even interpret it now. They don't interpret
Answer
it.
my question. Interpret it. No, I beg. I mean, I know they like my brother style. Tell me, who are the people who interpret the law? Constitution.
They didn't talk about that one.
Abuja. Okay, leave it. You don't want to answer the question. Leave it. Now, tell me, how do they write the constitution of a country? The constitution that governs the country.
They didn't write that constitution. That constitution was written by two people and given to you.
Okay, so how do they write the constitution of a country?
The constitution is being done with the affirmation of the people. Right, the first place is with the people.
Okay, so is the Nigerian constitution pass through that process?
No.
So it's not a constitution you don't have.
It did not.
Because the due process was not passed. No one sat on it. Nobody assigned to it.
Okay, fine. So that is why I personally say that Nigeria's constitution is without the authority of the people. It lacks legality. You understand?
It's not a touch on us, they say. It's not.
It lacks legitimacy. It doesn't have the legitimacy.
I love that word, legality. It's lack it.
The legitimacy of the people. You understand?
It is not a touch on us.
What I'm saying in essence is that, fine, let us assume that we want to be governed by the constitution that is available right now. They don't want to change it. I've never hidden my own heart desire. You understand that that Nigeria should be, whether they want to call it restructure, whether you want to call it national conference, sovereign national conference, we need to come on a round table and fashion a document, a new constitution that is agreeable to every ethnicity in Nigeria. Everybody will matter. Everybody will count.
I agree. That is Bola Ige's formula. That is
every culture, every religion will be factored into that.
Do you know we have done that?
No. Sorry? Then why was he aborted?
Done it.
Why was he aborted?
I love what you just said now. We have done what you have said, that all that is being, when we gather people together to do something, we have already done it, backed up with law. But what they now do is like this. They have cornered it somewhere. Nigerians to forget intellectual. They paid some people to go out there to sell a wrong narrative and they covered it up. Why is it that the top people, the lawyers, the son, have not raised up a loud voice to say, let us go back to that constitutional conference we had? That is the closest we got in Nigeria, and we should make use of that.
See, Black Panther, until what Olumide is saying out, until something replaces what we are practicing now, you cannot assume that it has been done. That is my understanding. And what it means also means is that's what I said earlier. You don't give a constitution, it should be a constitution of the people. People should agree to it. Unless, even if the, what is it called, the 2014 confab, if you want to put it into constitution and make it into law, just like be our basis, there should be a referendum on it in every section of the country. Because that people you send there are representatives. They've sat down to do it. There will not be a reading according to the way constitution is being making of the constitution. The people should assemble, maybe in halls, different local government or state, the way they do it. It may take time. You take it round and the people will read it. Then that is what they call adoption. Before you now put it into law. So to that extent, Nigerian constitution is still not touched on us. It did not derive from the people. It's just
wait. It's
just a case of a military decree.
What I am even saying, Black Panther, is that when Nigeria make their own law, they don't even obey their laws. You understand? They don't obey their laws. The executive don't obey the laws. The National Assembly don't obey the laws that they themselves made with the decree that should govern the country. Maybe if they were obeying the laws, some of us would have said, okay, let we just manage this thing, they go, I beg.
Okay, let me come in there.
They don't even obey the laws.
Even as imperfect, yes.
And the fundamental problem with the law, with the constitution, is not even the electoral law. That is just by the way.
Let me come in
very
here.
fundamental that has affected the rest of the country, like resource control.
Let me come in here. You know why we are saying they don't obey. The reason why we are saying it is like this. When you nurture something for a very long time, the preassumption is there is that you will continually say, yeah, they won't obey. But there's one thing about we human. We don't know. If you and I together to make a law that will bring about a strong institution, because that constitution is going to bring about a strong institution.
You don't build on a weak foundation. Forget that. You don't build on a weak foundation. That's what has bedeviled this country till today. You don't build on
I know. See, you don't know the path to look. What GJ did is the best thing ever done by any president in Nigeria, because that was a starting point. What I'm arguing here is that for you to enact a law bring about a confab is very, very difficult in the concept of Nigeria as it is now.
Why is it difficult? Why is it difficult to come on a round table and discuss rather than prevent war, unforeseen war?
Let me tell you why. Some part of the country do not want the unity of the country in disguise, but they are painting it out there that the unity of Nigeria is sacrosanct. It's a lie. But they are the one doing the wrong thing. They don't want us to unite. Okay, look at the ball game they are playing. Obi cannot win election in the north.
Yeah, that's what we are talking about.
That is what I'm saying.
See, it's all part of the fight. It's all part of the struggle.
You know why I say it's all part of the fight for
equity. You understand? It's all part of the fight for equity, that we want a country where anybody, whether you are minority, whether you are majority, anybody can aspire to be what they want to be in that country.
Yes.
You understand? Okay. That's the kind of country we want.
Have you seen the confab paper?
I haven't seen the confab paper, but
I have seen it. I have seen it.
Please,
I even have it. Olumide, you can download it.
I want you to go and download it and go through some. As you go through, you'll be nodding your head that they did a good job.
If the confab paper gives us that reality, why not?
It gives us a very good foundation.
See, Black Panther. The thing is not to go in a roundabout manner from me. Nigeria, everybody is now attacking the electoral law because of this thing that happened with presidential election. Even if you make a constitution as imperfect as it is, can you implement it, even what you wrote down? For instance, look at our federal character in this constitution. Do we implement it? We do not. Electoral law says transmit result, and we've done it. In Anambra, it worked. We did it in Edo, it worked. We did it in Ondo. Was it Ekiti? Ondo State, I think. It worked.
Osun State.
Then we did it in Osun. It was in 4 states. We then did it in Osun, and it worked. The high point would have been presidential. We did it in House of Reps, it worked. We did it in House of Senate, it worked. So the system is good. Then when you get to... No, I'm coming. Hold on. When you get to presidential, they switched it off. If you didn't switch on, if you had allowed it to work, by now we would have been saying the issue of BVAS or whatever should have been sacrosanct. We've passed that, because the essence of this BVAS was to use it in place of card reader. Card reader was giving problem. It will work here, it won't work here. It won't accredit you. So the system with Nigeria is that the thing is, even the law we make for ourselves, we refuse to implement it. Electoral law, we said, these are the disadvantages of card reader. When we do this BVAS, we want it to solve the problem of card reader, and to a large extent, he did. But because of the wickedness or those people they claim they own, they own Nigeria, they go and switch it off. And because hold on, and because they switch it off, people will now be saying that electoral law is not good.
See,
this is the human factor.
I don't know why. Be like say as una dey for abroad, sef. Una don't forget say na Nigeria on a day. Look, that law. Let me tell you people now directly. That law was not made for Nigeria. It was made for them. You see why they do that law? They make all of us argue. They themselves they argue to play us as if they don't conform to it. What they actually put there is like this. They made a two-way lane. And that two-way lane they gave the power to one person to decide whether we go the left lane or the right lane. Even if he decide to go the right lane, if you make any fault, any BVAS problem, he has the sole right.
Black Panther. Black Panther.
But BVAS has no problem now. Black Panther, BVAS has no problem.
It is difficult
BVAS
for me to agree
they have to do it like if you are making a law, go and ask any lawyer. If you are making a law, the person operating that law, you have to make a law that will govern that person so that person don't go.
Black Panther. See, no matter how well they craft that electoral law.
No, yes.
At the end of the day, now the justice is going to interpret them.
Nigeria,
and they will interpret it to suit their whims and caprices.
It's very difficult for people to explain things, and people will be believing that. Look, army, military, were there for 8 years, more than 8 years. The same talk. Oh, no, if you remove them, they're not gonna go. They're not gonna go. We were hearing it now. They're not gonna go. They don't make law. They're not gonna go. But we were still saying that they will go if we go through this channel.
See, to be honest, as I stand here, if they did not switch off BVAS, it worked okay.
They have to switch off the BVAS. They have to do it.
So listen now. When you now, Olumide, you are in a room, there is light there. If you go and switch it off, can you now come back and say your light was giving problem? You can't. No. Because you deliberately stood up from where you are sitting, deliberately go and switch it off, then came back and say my light is giving problem. The BVAS was working 3 elections on the day. You decide to do the 2 the way it should be. One of them you deliberately switch it off. Then there's nothing wrong. There's nothing wrong with it.
For Nigeria's problems are multifactorial.
Yeah, the best bet, make I tell you now. The best bet, if you know they understand, they won't break the country. And the best bet, because we know they understand ourselves.
So everything is a problem.
See, they created that law for themselves. You know they understand where they come from.
Which one be themselves?
Make it work.
So okay, listen. Let me ask you this question to get you clear. When they use it in those election, it worked. Is it for themselves?
When they use it in Edo, see, these people, they know they look state like that too much. They look at.
Listen.
It worked now.
Anambra, it worked. Ondo, is it Ekiti? Because it's 4 state. I think it's Ekiti state or Ondo state.
They went to court.
It worked.
Justices accepted the BVAS.
How many states it work? How many states?
4 states. 4.
Okay, only 4. The rest they read them.
No. It was just the
Listen, Black Panther. The first state to use it after it was invented was Anambra. After Anambra, it moved to either, I think, Edo. After Edo, it moved to, I think, Ekiti. After Ekiti, then the last one was Osun. 4 states. 4 states.
He worked for 4 states. The rest, what happened to the rest?
They never use it, and the next time they're going to use it was in the presidential election and the House of Reps.
They just running for 4 states. They saw that there was a loophole and they had to make use of what they need to do to make a 40 plane somewhere so that they can go back to manual.
Not faulty. If you say faulty, anything faulty means maybe he fell on his own. When you switch off, when you stood up and switch off the light in your room, the light is not faulty. That's what we are saying.
We don't have wise people in Nigeria. sorry to say it, we don't have white people. You are making a law. You are not looking at, in case somebody goes switch off, or the government or the person in power switch off that BVAS with corruption. What is the repercussion, and what is the law that will guide that thing? We will not even make any law. Now they switch off. What do you want us to do?
Panther, you don't understand that no matter what law you make in that shito, they are all bent on manipulating everything. No law when you feel manipulate. No law when you feel make.
Let me make this law for you now. Temporary law. Let me make the temporary law for you now. A temporary law. Then they no feel break. If we want to pass through the BVAS, I will make a law. It is only the BVAS, result from the BVAS, that is not altered, that can go directly to the INEC officials. That is the only result used to authenticate who wins the election. In case where they switch off the BVAS, that election will be rerun. Finish now. Which are you need common sense? Nonsense.
Okay. Anyway,
I don't want to regam again. If I make that law, I don't want to regam.
Okay, yeah. You said if they switch off, the word is switch off. Good.
And that it shall. It shall. It shall be rerun.
Okay, yes. The word is switch off. Shall. Now, they decided to switch it off and tell you that it was faulty. They didn't switch it off. What do you do?
The law says like this. That word shall. BVAS switch off.
Listen.
Interrupted the network.
Okay, good.
Be noted.
Listen. You said there either somebody interrupted the network, or it was switched off, or what again? Deliberately, because everything will tell you. I know you've said it all. One of those options, you said this. They deliberately switched it off and tell you to go to court. Now you go to court. You expect court to say because it was switched off, it is invalid. Court can't tell you, say, no, it wasn't switched off. That they can't even explain what happened. And they pass their judgment. That is what you see. That's why I summarized by saying this pencil, as you see it, it is red. Everybody can see it's red.
CM.
Then somebody decide to tell you, hold on. Somebody decide to tell you that this pencil now white. I said na lie. He took him as white. He said go to court. We presented it in court, and the court said it is white. You go to another court, they say it is white. They say the court don't decide. Now be the final. That is what Nigeria is.
If you are making a law,
don't worry,
election.
Don't worry, Black Panther.
Making a law for election. Wait now.
Let us sponsor that bill. We go enact that.
Look. Let me tell you one thing.
Tell you that it don't go work.
Let me tell you one thing, man. Let me tell you one thing.
That they will rig you out.
If you are decided in your heart, Nigeria will work. You have concluded in your heart that Nigeria will be divided.
Black Panther. Black Panther.
I'm reading your mind now. Your mind now.
Wait. See, let me tell you. You don't know my mind. Let me tell you my mind now.
Now, which one be saying your mind?
Next time you have.
How you go read person mind?
Yes. Next time
what did they talk now?
Next time me and you have a one-on-one talk. Let me tell you. Let me tell you my mind now. I used to believe in Nigeria. You understand? I was born in that country called Nigeria. I used to believe, but I don't believe in it anymore. I've lost hope.
Exactly.
Maybe what gave me that a little bit of hope, even though I never supported any political party, maybe what gave me that an inkling of hope was that the way these obedient people organize themselves, I was so hurt by the fact that a lot of people, different ethnic groups, Northerners, Southerners, Yoruba, Igbo, Edozi, Hausas, gathered together to support this guy from the Southeast. You understand? Against all odds to become a president of Nigeria, And I was also enamored by the fact that the electoral process was going to follow a transparent process for the first time, and it will be seen as a free and fair, credible election. You understand? But we all saw what happened. So maybe my thinking was that maybe if Obi came and became a president, maybe what some of those yearnings on the table from every ethnic group, you understand, will be looked at, and maybe you will be willing to, you will have that listening here to listen to all these cries, to all the ethnic people about more resource control, things that would help the country develop faster, like we had seen it in the. I mean, we can't go back to the regional system where development was we knew that development occurred rapidly under the regional system. I mean, especially in the southwest under Paolo. You understand? So for me, I left Nigeria for over 10 years now. Things have not changed. See, I'm not thinking about myself, Black Panther. You understand? If you tell me, have I given up on Nigeria? Yes, I have given up on Nigeria because Nigeria does not offer any hope the way it is going right now. There are a lot of things wrong with our country. I'm thinking about the unborn children. You understand? Look at Awolowo's legacy. Awolowo's legacy that he left. The most iconic of those legacies was education. Exactly. Left an inkling on the Southwesterners, of which I was the benefit myself. Free education from, even though I went to a private primary school, I went to a public secondary school, I went to a federal government university in the Southwest. You understand? So, and I see all this eroding away very fast. I see Southwest kids being raised as that goes, and you are telling me to be shouting on Nigeria because of what?
Olumide,
sorry,
did you go
I don't owe you any apologies, Black Panther. I don't owe you any apologies.
Olumide, hold on.
If people want to hold on to one Nigeria, keep holding on to it. Keep holding
on
to
it.
Olumide, hold on. Olumide, I have a question for you. Olumide, which did you go to Christ School at Ekiti?
Secondary school? Coincidental. You know the funny thing? The secondary school I went to is the secondary school that the Tifnubu is claiming he went to. Government College Lagos.
So which means anyway, I want to put it this
way. Government College Lagos.
Olumide, let me put you in a lighter mood. Anybody when no go Christ School at Ekiti, no go secondary school.
Why is that?
Olumide, yeah? let me say something. You see, when I started this whole thing, look, I followed Nigeria. I have fought in the system. This bigger system. You go sleep. Wait, Olumide, me and you, same thought. But I only gave Nigeria one lifeline. Mr. Obi came in.
See, Black
Panther, I knew that. Let me conclude it. Me and you get the same level.
If the people living in Nigeria will do well as their individual sovereign states,
yes,
why would you want to force them to be a people, to be a Nigeria?
Exactly.
That the white man.
Do you know why? Do you know why I say Nigeria?
Why are you living on false hope? Nigeria
cannot work until anybody. Do you know why I say it cannot work? That I know it cannot work, but I said I'm going to take that thin rope that is left. And I am not going to discourage anybody, but I am myself, and I'll stand on my own right. Because what I saw, I'm analyzing from what I have seen. Now, you see why I say it will not work? One, make a country, unite a country, the constitution that is made by that country, by all. The reason why from the beginning, clamoring on the Nigerian constitution, it has been for more than 30 years. I started when Gani Fahimi started, I followed him up. I was one of his disciples. I knew it's not going to work because the political clan that we have is being controlled from the north. And the not sold their south. Some of the southern people entered it because of their selfish intention. They knew that the constitution was not the constitution. And any man, any criminal that knows that this thing is not right, but they are painting it right, he will take advantage of it to benefit his own self. And that is what is happening now. I clamor on it, open, break that wall so strong with this election. But all the other way around, that it's not going to be like we go vote, then could do the result. They will still rig it. But I still hold that benefit of that, and I hold that thing rope. I knew that the only way out, saying it is when we carry that GEJ stuff, we can start. Because for you to say you want to even sit down alone, it took Nigeria 40 years. For what to sit down alone, just to talk about the constitution? They say no from the north. And he spoke about it till he went down the grave. May God bless his soul. They say no. But GJ broke that wall. I was expecting the human rights and the lawyers to hold that thing and continue to make that trajectory flow for us not to even accept this constitution that made us like a lost child in the wilderness now. But they didn't. All of them now stay there, now look at it that the way we and you they think now. Now the people of Otobo, what's his name? That son. That is the way it's thinking.
Yeah.
He has already concluded Kiamu that Nigeria will not work. He knows Kiamu know now. He's joining them to take his own portion with dollars and put his money outside. That is what all of them are doing. They know it's not going to work because you don't have what it takes that bond a country to become one. Why are we being separated with religion, nepotism, and other means? Why? Because we are not one yet. We have not come together to accept it. That we need to use something that have brought us together, which is GEJ conference. That is a good leverage for us to start. For us to see, it's going to take another 40 years.
That's fine. I see where you're going from, where you're coming from, and where you're going to. But the GAG conference has come and gone. I mean, good luck had an opportunity to finish it to the from beginning to the end, but unfortunately he couldn't finish it. But that shouldn't stop us from having that talk that we should have to form a real nation. The only time Nigeria was a real nation was when we were a regional system. The military truncated it. Unfortunately, I mean, blames were traded. Ever since that period, things have gone downhill. Maybe if the military, despite the fact that even the regional system had its own political upheavals, I mean, they had their challenges. If they had allowed those politics to play out through a free and fair ballot process, electioneering process, Nigeria would have moved forward. Maybe the Southwest that they even thought was more developed, maybe the North would have even caught up and even be a lot better than the rest of the region. Maybe there would have been competition. You understand? And if the regions wanted to devolve into states, it could have gone through the parliamentary process, and things didn't. But ever since then, things have been forced down through the military under the guise of unitary system, one country, one Nigeria, and things are getting worse every day, even in this democracy. So we should not be afraid of holding those crunch talks. So good luck. Jonathan confab is come and gone. It didn't happen. They didn't implement it. There's nothing wrong in having in sitting down. Otherwise, this thing, if we keep going this way, it's going to lead to war. I mean, in the Niger Delta,
you cannot have another conference when you have already had one. That's how it is now.
But if they are not going to implement it,
you cannot have another one when you have already had one.
Obasanjo had one now. Obasanjo had
no. Obasanjo did not have anyone.
Obasanjo had.
It's only GJ. It's only GJ that had one.
Obasanjo had now.
You not get now.
When he
2005, 2005.
See.
2005. Who and who? Tell me how it happened.
Obasanjo had a constitutional conference 2005.
Obasanjo no get constitutional conference. Go Google am now. I'm not in Nigeria at that time. I'm in Nigeria now.
Hey.
I was in Nigeria for Obasanjo time.
Obasanjo had a conference. The reason why they didn't implement it was because they said
Obasanjo no get conference.
They say he wanted to smuggle third term into it.
That wasn't he didn't have any conference now. I know tell a lie now.
Yeah. Hey.
Google them now. If you Google I did there now. If you had, you go did there now. He only lobbied for third time. He wanted to change the portion of the constitution and gave the House of Assembly money, which they brought to the floor, that they should amend that part of the constitution, the 1999 constitution. That was what he did now. Obasanjo no get the balls to organize that. He no get them because he was playing game with the North.
So Black Panther. I mean, if they want to work with the good luck,
it was called.
If they want to hold a new one, we need to talk. We need to restructure the country and
see,
I mean,
the only way you can talk to these northern people, it is what they have signed with you, because they sign it. Sultan of Sokoto signed from his region. The Emir of Kano signed. Every one of them. Oba Bini was there now. They there too now. They signed the blueprint now for it to be moved. That GJ conference, they agreed.
About what?
For it to be taken around the country for amendment.
So okay, let them bring it out now. What referendum on it?
That is what it is now. That is what we have been clamoring for. They should bring it out. That is why this man, what is his name, the former president, he sat on it. They asked him, aren't you going to bring that thing out? Because you yourself, you'll be saying that Nigeria need to be restructured. Now you say Nigeria need to sit down. We have been fighting for over 40 years for us to even sit down and talk. We have talked now. And every part of the north, the west, the middle belt, we have seen the reason, the problem we have. They've seen all the and that was a true federal state. There was nothing like quota system there again. They expunged that out of that proposal. They gave every state power to annex resources and give to the federal. They do the percentage. Then they now restructure the tax law there too. How tax be collected. And they now made the waterway laws too. This there too. Everything is there. Well appropriate. And any state is right there now.
Listen, Black Panther. Listen to me. There was a conference in 2005 by Obasanjo. It's called
by who?
Nigerian Constitution. Listen now. Which one be by who? You make it National Political Reform Conference, Abuja 2005.
It wasn't the constitutional conference. I know
political reform is still the same now. Is it not political reform? What are you?
Look at what he did. Look at what he was doing.
Is it because it's not called constitution?
No. Look at what it was. Look at what he did. He brought the 1999 constitution to a body. He did not elect anybody. He did not say you bring two from North, you bring two from Kanuri, you bring two from Benin, you bring two from Bayelsa, the tribe. He did not say. He just wanted to set up a committee to review 1999 constitution.
That of Jonathan was not elected. It was appointment, different interest group, students union, bar association, medical association, Nigerian journalism. Every state bring three because P2B nominated people that went for Anambra during Jonathan's time. So it wasn't elected too. That one was just.
No, look at what happened.
Don't tell me what happened. Listen. You just hold on. Jonathan's own, all the people that attended it, there was no election conducted to elect them. It was just based on different interest group. Bring your representative. National Union of Nigerian Students or NANS or NONS brought their own. Bar association, trade union, everything. Then Obasanjo own. I don't know why I don't know what you are really talking.
Mr. CM, you don't need to be elected from your tribe If your tribe said this is the person we are going to take there to speak for us, that is the person. It is not election by election.
It wasn't even by tribe. It's according to state. So every state will bring the people that will represent them. It was based on state.
Black Panther is okay.
It was based on state.
Even if we hold a new confab or conference today,
you can't hold anyone again.
We can always fall back on old.
How can you foreclose? We can't hold another one.
See. You see, let me tell you how this one came about.
7 regional systems. We can look at what worked for us.
Nation of Nigeria, with the way the people are, with the way political terrain is, I said this one that DJ hold, it took 40 years for us to sit down. Do you think that to call people to review a constitution, don't you know it's a brick wall?
Was it the first one? No. Listen.
They don't want to sit down again.
Black Panther.
And let's talk about
Black Panther. You say it's in 40 years. Is that what you are saying?
I said
You said the one the GEJ Jonathan held.
Yes,
it was the first in 40 years. What of Abacha?
Over 40 years.
What of Abacha?
Let us sit down.
What of Abacha? Didn't Abacha hold a constitutional conference before Jonathan? Are you doubting that one too? Abacha hold a constitutional conference. Haba.
Which state?
1995. Abacha held a constitutional conference.
Who was the chairman?
See, now even Jonathan shoot himself for that.
See. No. I want to get something clear.
The thing where
who was the chairman? I go Gulam now.
Listen. Are you saying that Abacha did not hold a constitutional conference?
Abacha I hear that one. No. I did for Nigeria for Abacha. I no hear him. So you go Gulam so that I go hear him.
1995 constitutional conference in Nigeria.
Only the year when military hold constitutional conference.
Abacha held a conference where he called.
Who is the chairman?
What are you? Find it out now.
See. It is sometimes you people just the mondo things up.
I
know mondo.
We did it in 95. I think it was
Abacha did not hold any conference. Any conference.
My God.
Obasanjo did not hold any conference. Obasanjo did not. I can bet my money on it. Google it. Go and ask anybody. Obasanjo did not hold any conference.
It's okay, no problem. But what we are saying is that we need to sit down together.
Call any lawyer.
Whether some people want it or whether some people don't want it, we need to sit down together and restructure the country. We cannot continue this way. You understand?
Okay, let me buttress my point. When Ozekome was here in Nigeria Watch, what was this basing his point on? Mr. CM.
When Ozekome came here, Ozekome said, Dr. Mike Ozekome, I listened to him. Ozekome said, in fact, he gave the history of Nigeria Constitution since Clifford Constitution of 1922, from Clifford Constitution from Clifford Constitution of 1922 to Macpherson Constitution, Lighting Bernard Bodlong Constitution of either 1931, Oliver Lighted Richard Constitution of 1947, Macpherson 51, Lighting 54, Independence Constitution 1960, then 1963, then from 1963, the next one was the Constitution of 1979, in which Rotimi Williams was the chair, the one that gave birth to this thing. After that, Abacha Constitution of 1995. After Abacha,
you didn't mention Abacha.
Listen, he did internet. Just put 1995 Constitutional Conference. It will see it in Nigeria. Type it and see. You will see it. Abacha 1995. Then I think Abdul Salam wanted to attempt.
Mr. CM, me like say no, you make a reiterate for you.
See,
Mr. Ozekome, after mentioning all those you have mentioned, Mr. Ozekome said one thing.
Ozekome now come to, because every constitution built on the previous one. Ozekome now said the last we had was Jonathan. Then Ozekome now said, if Nigeria want a constitution, all these ones we've been having is enough for us to synthesize whatever we want. From there, we've got enough. He said it so. But what I'm trying to make you know is that do not say that there was no constitutional conference under Abacha or Obasanjo. Don't say that.
I don't know of any of those military people. Because military were the one that was stopping us from not just sitting down to talk. They were fighting many people for saying that word, constitution. They were pulling down people. This guy went to jail twice. Gani went to jail twice for speaking that thing.
Abacha organized the
conference. Abacha organized constitutional.
You know, Abacha wanted to transition to the civilian president before he died.
Transition to where?
Civilian president.
That guy wanted to stay forever.
He wanted to transition to civilian president before he died.
Yes, he wanted to be a civilian president.
When he formed all those parties, all those political, when he was controlling them from his villa, and anyway, I mean, but Nigerians
it is
sit
true.
down and talk.
Exactly. You need to sit down and talk.
People like a person like Abacha, I don't know. I don't think your point until you carry and come, make it show me point black and white before I go notice that, because me Gani went to jail for mentioning constitutional conference to Abacha.
I don't need to carry anything. Just type in check Google.
Did you know that
check Google,
document?
put the year. I don't need
to
carry any.
Now.
Hey, no, I don't tell you he did there now.
Defend them now.
I don't tell you.
Verbally telling me.
But have you done it? You didn't say.
Black and white.
Have you done it? You didn't say. Have you done it? You should tell me that I've done it. Only me there here I told you Abacha had, and I told you Abacha had 1995. I say type in Google, you will see it, and you say I should bring it and show you. Type 1995 Constitutional Conference in Nigeria. You will see it.
For me, Abacha, how many years Abacha stayed?
Now the question why I go ask. Abacha came in 93 to 98. Abacha came 93 to 98. 93
to 98. Okay, calculate time now. Make you tell me when in Duam, which year in Duam, which
1994 stroke 1995.
Which month? Who be the chairman? Who be the chairman?
You see now.
But you can fact check it yourself now.
Now you dey bring point con. Now you dey bring on the con. Now you go fact check yourself.
You fact check it online.
Have you not done it yourself?
I know the fact checker because there's nothing in my memory to say a military man hold a conference.
Haba. But I told you the source. Can't you go? Okay, if person tell you say Matthew chapter this. Now you go open Bible show you.
You tell me say Obasanjo hold a conference now.
See, listen. Then I now tell you, say, go to Google and put this. Have you done that? So if Olumi they say now that Matthew chapter 4 verse 5 say this, you go tell and so show me for Bible. Can't you open the Bible and check?
Okay. He do conference. Who is the chairman of the conference?
You don't agree, say you do conference first.
No, you tell me the chairman now.
You say what you go take chairman do? You go find and there now. If
there
you go and read it, you go find and there.
You want to defend yourself. To me, I go ask you a question.
Oh God. You they ask me, Chineke God. Black Panther, I'm surprised you they argue like this.
I know where I go. I know the way I go goggle. If I know where I go goggle, I go don't talk.
Don't worry. Tomorrow we go.
You were the
tomorrow.
You were the tomorrow. Don't give me what to do. You were the concrete. You go defend yourself. You know you defend yourself. I want to pass.
When you ready now? When you ready?
Black Panther. Yeah. See, Abacha actually, constituted a constitutional conference. Obasanjo did not. What Obasanjo did was that Obasanjo constituted a political reform.
Like I call it national political reform. Yes.
Amendment to the Constitution.
National political reform conference.
Amendment. And I said it here now. Amendment. All of them were doing amendment. Even Abacha.
They will tell you don't say sovereign national conference. Say national conference.
Exactly.
Say
Jonathan.
Everything is the same.
Wait now. I know they talk through. Jonathan, I go hear from you. Jonathan, who be the chairman for that Abacha conference and which month?
Oh God.
Did he call it constitutional conference?
All I know is that conference lasted for 1 year. That Abacha 94-95.
Abacha started. Abacha, listen. Abacha started May 94 to May 1995. 1 year.
Okay, I know it was like a 1 year. People are even complaining that it's too long. That
from May
he was just playing Maradona. He has no intention of doing anything.
Exactly. From 1994, even Jonathan, if you Google say 1995 Constitutional Conference, you will see it there in Google. So what else you are asking me? Who be chairman? If I answer now, you go say who be the secretary? Oh boy, take it
Which
easy
one
now.
I go ask you be the secretary when I find point where I go hold. What did they talk, sir? If I know they ask questions like that too. You say Obasanjo
if you know how
na
useless
reform.
if you know how useless that country,
look, all these things they were doing.
That country is Nigeria. Even the 1999 constitution.
Yeah.
I looked for the people who I was looking. I couldn't find information. I had to search. Till today, I don't even the only person I know that was the chairman of that review that reviewed that document was Justice Adolphus Caribe White was the chairman. I don't even know.
Can I say one thing here?
The other members they put together with him, I don't even know. You understand?
Abacha conference was not a constitutional conference. Go tell it to any lawyer. I go stand the ground. It was never a constitutional conference. Go and look at the formation. It was never. They never agreed to have a constitutional conference.
Hey, Jesus Christ.
What are people saying? I not be saying that they are control.
But
you know be
jamboree show. You know be jamboree conference.
They never agree. See, make I tell you, Mr. CM, you there for UK. You don't enter UK that time. You know the Nigeria. Abacha wait. Abacha never organized anything like constitutional conference called that way.
So
Obasanjo never.
See, I know where. See, you are trying to sell good luck, Ebele, Jonathan.
Selling is good luck. Good luck made a very good attempt. Whether you say at the seller, it's not my brother.
Unfortunately, that one has gone down the drain. He didn't finish it. It has gone down the drain.
Do you know? Let me tell you one thing. I want to make this very annoying to all of you now.
Dust for cobalt.
Do you know why? Do you know who made that conference not to get lead way?
Who?
You know the people who not let them go further.
Who?
The Yorubas and the Hausas.
Why do you
go and
say
ask
so?
anybody.
Why do you say so?
It is, I go and research on it.
You see now. You see, but if I tell you so, go and say
you
said no.
That's fine. I mean, that's fine. You're entitled to your own opinion, but I'm saying that as a Yoruba person, if we want equity, fairness, and justice for that country, you understand? We all need to sit down and talk.
We don't need to talk. Let's go our separate way.
Yeah, let's if
we can't talk,
talking will lead to separate ways. Let it be
again.
Let it be again. But they're not listening now. They're not listening.
No, we can't talk again.
They're not listening.
Already made up their mind.
The people who are supposed to listen are not listening.
No, the thing. Why the talk? To me, the essence of the talk is so that it will be peaceful.
It will be peaceful.
So that,
they don't want time.
Czechoslovakia did it. They talked peacefully. There was no war.
They went. Yugoslavia the same. Oh, sorry. Yugoslavia was war, but Czechs and Slovaks just wake up. January 19. Was it 1993 or something like that? I can't remember.
Okay, now why do you want? I want to ask one question. Why do you want to sit again when you spend billions of naira to organize a constitution and backed up with law?
This is my answer.
That was Jonathan's agenda.
This is my answer. Why I want
to see where I want to make see where I want to make my answer. You see what they talk. You see what this guy they talk now. Jonathan agenda. You see
why are you pushing an agenda that is not?
I told him to go and read it. I told him to go and read it. You see why I tell you say the Yorubas don't want it. I tell you say we know the
why are you dragging us back? Why are you dragging us back?
I'm not dragging you back. If it takes you more than how many years to sit, do you know how many years go take us for this bad politician day now? You say they go agree.
Why are you saying it will take us how many years? What do you mean how many years?
Why I want
go and check the history of Nigeria for before you ask the question.
The essence of the talk is for us to part peacefully. Not that maybe I go to go, this person go to drag me, I go to drag this person. It's just that we sit down and say, okay, just like Czechoslovakia did, Czechs and Slovakia, they shake hand, everybody go. And they are neighbors. This one 10 million, this one 5 million.
Mr. CM, look at Olumide's statement. Look at Olumide's statement now. The statement he made last now.
What statement is that?
He said, I am standing for Jonathan.
I say, why are you
go play? He go play now.
Happy on Jonathan's confab? What is the what?
You don't. That's not the way you said it. You said one thing again.
Like what?
Okay, I'll tell Oga and Nigeria to play all the thing when you talk for this Jonathan thing. You go hear yourself tomorrow.
See, please play it. Play everything.
Because you made one statement. I told you that
you want to hear my opinion of Jonathan.
I'm not pushing your opinion. I'm not pushing your opinion.
He was an incompetent.
I am not pushing your opinion.
Maybe you should play that.
Not have any agenda.
Very incompetent. He couldn't even. He did a confab. He couldn't see it through. Whose fault is that?
Look. If Jonathan have the right, let me tell you one thing.
Jonathan conference.
President, as a city president.
Conference with that.
Look, let me tell you one thing. Wait now. Let me tell you one thing. Jonathan don't have power to push that paper.
Even though the people who voted him out of power, APC that voted him out of power, are not even worse than he did. He himself didn't help himself. Very incompetent.
Wait. What are the reasons why you are saying Jonathan is incompetent? Give me your reason.
He can't even make a decision.
How?
He can't make a decision. He couldn't finish the Boko Haram fight. He was afraid.
He couldn't finish the Boko Haram fight.
Yeah,
let me tell you one thing. When Jonathan was in power,
he was afraid. Always
wait now. You see the message where they said to now. You see You see the message where they said to now.
Was there no corruption under his own?
You see you see the message where they said. Don't conclude.
Was there no corruption under Jonathan?
Out of all the presidents I don't get for Nigeria, tell me the one for this civilian regime where this dispensation. Tell me the one where wait now. Olumide.
Even as Obasanjo was, the guy don't even get liver.
Olumide no get liver. Which person get liver from Southwest?
Eh?
Tell me now. 10% gets liver for Southwest.
In liver, don't reach 10% of Obasanjo. You reach 10%.
Where the leader for Southwest, where he get liver? We just talk. Say liver, he no get liver, he no get power. Presidency is not one person's own.
Even as catastrophic as Obasanjo was, you understand? Even Obasanjo himself, as catastrophic as he was, I mean, I don't think that the way Jonathan ran the country, I don't think Obasanjo would.
How did Jonathan run the country, sir? That is so bad that you cannot.
He couldn't
manage going down.
He couldn't manage the surplus. He couldn't manage the oil surplus. Is it not Obasanjo that couldn't manage the oil surplus? What are you saying, sir? Don't force me to come and give you positive points about Obasanjo.
You have oil surplus. Did you have it very well in Obasanjo time?
You see, I don't like giving positive points about Obasanjo, but don't force me to give positive points.
I beg, give him. That's how we learn. Give him. No, they tell you no. Give him.
You want me to tell you something?
I don't like.
Obasanjo's government was the most.
Let me tell you one thing.
From 1999 till date, Obasanjo's period was the most buoyant.
I tell you before, say I know you.
The guy wrote off the debt.
Olumide. I said I don't listen to you for like 1 week. I don't listen to you where you speak. All the time where you speak. I don't listen to you.
I want to know this guy.
I don't listen to you. Yeah. When you speak, you speak from the point of. Sometimes you speak from the point of. You speak from the point of tribalism. Tribalism. You speak from that point. That's what you are saying now.
Every which tribalism? Let me tell you, I don't.
You are telling me that I'm promoting DJ. You are telling me that I'm promoting DJ.
That are fighting that the country should have a fair and equitable society.
How can you have a fair when the Southwest is not agreeing? They are following the North.
Southwest is, I don't support that.
You don't support it. Is it your support they need? Is it your support they need?
Let me tell you something. You can be unhappy with those. The South.
I am not unhappy. I said the Yoruba leaders.
But
the Yoruba leadership right now.
You can be unhappy with Tinubu. You can be unhappy with
no, not Tinubu.
But don't take it on me. You understand? Go and take it on Adams or Shomole. Go and take it on Adams or Shomole.
No.
Where they chop with time. Where they chop with time. You don't take out on Adams or Shomole. Where they chop with time, you come here call they gaslight me.
Okay, let me tell you one thing. Let me tell you the history.
Yeah, Obaseki, when you vote for Edo, what's he do for
now? I am not saying Yoruba. Look, understand me very well.
Answer my question. Forget it.
How did APC came up? How did APC? Let me tell you the origin. Let me tell you.
I don't play the politics of Nigeria. I don't play the politics.
Let me tell you the politics. Let me tell you the politics now. Let me tell you the politics.
That country is a shito, as far as I'm concerned.
Let me tell you the politics so that you understand where I'm coming from.
The only political icon I look up to in Yoruba land is Parawo.
Our was even tribalist, more tribalist than what we have now.
I don't freaking care what you call, whether you call our tribalistic or not. I did a lot for the South. His legacy lived until today. Even other tribes from Nigeria benefited from his free education.
They left us with they didn't leave us with unity. It was Azikiwe that brought the essence of unity to Nigeria. Not even Awolowo.
Our brought free health, brought education. Free education. We are all benefiting from it till today. You understand? His legacy stands till today. What he did.
Legacy that they've rubbish. Legacy that they've rubbish.
Yeah. So that is why I'm unhappy with people like Obasanjo.
That is why I'm telling you now. I'm telling you the truth now. The truth. Why did the amalgamation of the coming together of a party in the Southwest, and they went all through, they now chose the party CNC or the CNP from the North. Go and ask why. Why did they have to converge with the Northern people? When they have the majority, when they cut the Niger belt, they have the majority. Why do we have to go to the Kofulani to converge with them?
So Black Panther, I don't want to go to the past. I want to look to the future.
No, it's history now.
I want a country, I want a land. I want a land.
You cannot have a country if you don't know your history.
Our children unborn, Yoruba's children unborn can benefit from. Like the
I tell you, say, I told you that
I don't know what people want to do with the land. I don't know how they want to.
You have already. I told you that I know your mind. You said that I cannot know your mind. Your mind is that Nigeria should break. Yoruba should have their own country. That is your mind now. Your mind is. Look at what you told me now. Look at what you told me. You said
because people population, you are afraid that your population is.
Wait. We are not talking about 500,000. We are not talking about one Nigeria now.
There's country of population of about that is not even up to 50,000 or 100,000. You know, say that population day. So why are you afraid? What are you afraid of?
Olumide, come. Listen to me. Don't bundle this thing up. It is your country. So we have to state fact. That is why when we are talking reality, you should not get angry.
Who are eating with one Nigeria? Who are benefiting from the
angry? We are not talking about one Nigeria. We're talking about the process to one Nigeria. And when you are talking about the process to one Nigeria, you have to put all fact on ground.
What kind of all fact?
Your fact is one.
You can speak about the Yoruba elites that I don't have regard for.
Why are you always jumping? This is what you always. You don't want to listen to somebody, and you want me to listen to you. I have told you. You say you don't want to hear how they join, how they do it, but you are a Yoruba man. They are dragging you. Can you separate yourself from them?
Separate from who?
From the people that drag them, all the Yoruba that drag themselves.
I don't identify myself with criminals. I say it all
no.
the time. I don't identify myself with criminals. You understand?
Let me tell you one thing. The next election now, let me tell you how it's going to be. They have already agreed. It is going to be shared between the North and the Southwest. That is how it's going to be. That's the trajectory.
I don't support any of those mess they are doing.
So whether you support
you can model me up with them if you like. That's your own alliance. All I want, I don't freaking care. See, all I want is a Yoruba land, a prosperous Yoruba land.
Have a Yoruba land when you have already sat down.
Yoruba children can live freely, aspire to be what they want to be. You understand?
You see why
all these northern, southwest.
It is very easy to know the trajectory or the language. It's easy to run a conclusion. It is not when I run the conclusion and say, how do I know your mind?
I don't subscribe to what they are doing.
Say your mind now. The thing I said, you are saying.
I don't subscribe to whatever the so-called Southwest elites or politicians are doing, trying to.
But why did you say I joined GJ and they tried to promote GJ constitutional conference? Why did you say that?
Because GJ himself was not a good leader.
Look, a good leader has given you what. Do you know how Nigerians fought to have a conference to sit down?
Panther, don't come and promote good luck in Jonathan to me, please.
It's not promoting good luck. I am promoting the message. Look. You don't look at the person. Olumide.
Jonathan is part of the rot in the shito. If it's not part of the rot in the shito, you won't go and congratulate Tinubu when Tinubu became president. This same man you are promoting, he was going to congratulate Tinubu when he became president. I beg.
Ebere is not a good. It's not that good like that. There are some things Obasanjo did, which I always tell people that this guy did well in this thing. Ebere, he did not do. It's not as bad as we are saying. There are some good things he did. He might be slow in his approach. I don't categorize him and say, oh, he's the best, he's good. No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying the message that comes out of him. What he did to Nigeria was the best that we have ever seen. For organizing a conference and allowing people to independently choose who they want in that conference. There's nobody who have done it. To sit down and talk independently, they sat and talk. Even the second was even telling us that guy was the best that ever have been organized in Nigeria. Because they deliberated on everything and they agreed. They all agreed.
Black Panther, I am saying that if that conference would have led to a better Nigeria and he didn't see it through, he did a disservice to the country. That's why I say it's incompetent.
No, they kill. There are powers that kill something now.
That's why I say it's incompetent.
No. You don't blame
and you don't get liver.
No believer. You see, when you are in power, you are not there alone. You are there with your own group, and you're there with your opposition. And you must always do things with your opposition because they are Nigerians. And when they are saying they are power brokers in the country, even in the United States, in Britain, they are power brokers. Bills that tell you that this thing will not fly, and we're not going to put our money on it. It will fly. So the people that are greedy, that wanted Nigeria to be what it is today, they killed it. That's why when they asked what is his name, the President Buhari, when they asked him about the constitutional conference issue that will bring about a change in Nigeria. What do they call it? There's a name they call it. That will bring about the change. He said the unity of Nigeria is how do they call it? Sacrosanct. He said he has kept it. It's in the archive. That is what your president said. Must he be the person that started it? Must he be the person that will finish it? That's the question. Something that will benefit you and I, the whole country of 250 million people. And your own tribe signed. Everybody signed. It's one of the best conferences that ever that they've had in Nigeria, where all of them agreed and signed, attest to it. Everybody signed and attest to it. Did not agree. The Northern power broker agreed to it. So why was it not implemented by the next government? Since the other government did not stay more than its tenure. That is the fundamental question. But not to raise blame on GJ that did a good thing. That is what I'm saying. Now that is my argument. I'm not standing. GJ is not from my place. He's an Ijoma. I'm not an Ijoman. But if I see something good in him, likewise in Obasanjo, I would say, for us to have communication today, it was Obasanjo that did the best. For us to have a good stock exchange, Obasanjo did it. He made it to happen. For us to have a due process, Obasanjo did it. For Nigeria debt to be cancelled, Obasanjo did it. So that does not mean that he's 100% good. No, he has some bad parts because he made an alliance with the North and they messed everything up. He started fighting with GJ because GJ did not do his own bargain, which is selfish. What is playing around now that GJ, that they fought GJ for, is it not what they are doing now? GJ for something, and now they are doing it. What is that? Will you say GJ is not the worst person? Look at what is happening in Nigeria. You fought somebody on a project that, oh, why should you raise oil? Why should you raise gas? Now you came in through the back door. You blow the whole thing up. 1,800 naira. Nobody is coming out because they have played the tribal card. That is where we are today. So if we don't, I know where you are coming from. I know that you want a division of the country because I've heard your submission in various places.
What I'm saying is that
it's not fighting. You did not say you fight. You said you can go a separate way. You cannot walk.
See, what I'm saying is that if the country, if the country does not want to live, does not want to create a society that is free, equitable, and just for everyone, then let us go our separate ways because we can't continue on this trajectory.
I'm in support with that. I support you 100% in that one.
And expect development to occur. It can't occur. They can't keep sharing money every month. You understand?
I support you. I support for that one.
Sharing the resources every month, and then there's no development, and people are stealing money. There's no accountability. If Yoruba people, if we get our own nation, we will deal with our people ourselves. We'll deal with ourselves. We'll deal with ourselves within ourselves.
Mr. Olamide, you see, one thing with a forecast something. Even the Yoruba people, they have to solve their internal problem. The Hausa people, they still have an internal problem too. The Igbo people still have internal problem too.
But everybody is hiding under the guise of one Nigeria. They are not dealing with issues. They are hiding under the guise of one Nigeria. You understand?
That is one thing I am. That is why I was raising that constitutional conference that we still have a light somewhere. If you can start from somewhere, and if we have a federal state now, say everybody's federal, or let us have everybody's independent of his own. We won't be having this problem now. Look at it now. We won't be having this problem. You just look at it. When Awolowo was there, when they were doing when we used British system, we weren't having a problem now. Do we have problem? We didn't have any problem. Every state was developing on its own. Awolowo used cocoa to build cocoa house. He brought in the first television station in the entire Africa with cocoa money, farming money. That is it. Who would have developed that constitution we are using before? But they all came and they just vagaboosh. They changed the whole thing with magic. That is where we are today. That is why I was clamoring that GJ Constitutional Conference, that we all agree. It is not a matter of having a conference, but when you agree, that is a green light for us to start. That is why if you want to even talk now, say, okay, we want to come, let us have a conference. I tell you, Olumide, all these people who are in Nigeria, they no go agree lie.
I mean, it may not even be a conference. It can be a referendum.
They no go referendum.
They can mandate a referendum. They can mandate a referendum to say, you know what? Fine. Do we want a new constitution? Do we want to go? Do we want to? It could be. The question should be asked of anything.
Olumide, Toba saw referendum. I gbé to J straight you. Now this Kanu Day for J because of referendum.
But the problem is, that's what we are saying, that things can't continue this way. If you are going to shut people down, if you don't want them to express themselves, to exercise their freedom, they are going to fight back. You push them against the wall, it is inevitable. Nigeria will be pushed to a armed resistance.
Olumide, that is why I say there is a peaceful way we can do it. Let us go through that GG. That's why I asked you to go and go through it. That's one of the finest paper we've ever agreed on. The finest. Even Zokome said it. The finest. It was there. He was one of the best person. They adjourned one of the best person that spoke on that conference. So if you go to if a man, a professor of constitutional law, will say that, you should be rest assured that we can start from that place. That's a peaceful way. If you have a federated state, everybody work on his own, have your resources. Is that not what we want? We can start from there. But when you say you won't break, you get a CBO, now they'll say you won't commit treason. And before you know, they don't arrest you.
Well,
Straight, they know they waste
I
time.
don't know about that good dog, Jonathan conference, but we shall need to. The country is tilting towards a place where they don't want to. They won't. I mean, they're just sitting on a keg of gunpowder because the way things are going, things are just getting worse every day.
If I not tell you, nobody for years they were with the talk for that Jonathan conference. Me, I go tell you the fact. Our last hope.
Bless everybody, don't go sleep.
Everybody don't tire now. If you listen to the Nigerian diaspora, they don't tire. I'm telling you, they don't tire. So that was why I was only saying that we should start from that place. So that you gradually
Okay, Black Panther, me, I won't go. God will help us with Nigeria.
if you know break out.
See, the problem is, even me, even if your majority of Yoruba people say they want to stay in Nigeria, fine. I mean, but the way things are, it's crazy, For how long are we going to live this way? For how long are we going to continue with this madness? Everywhere is just, there's no, look at the Southern Cardinal people. I mean, Benway, Middle Belt, people dying every day. People can't go to their farms. People can't, people stealing money, no accountable. Everything is just a wire.
Yeah, it's true.
But God help them.
I know where you are going to. That's why I said I know, because I've seen your submission before, so I know your position. And your position is just it's almost the same position I have. But like I said, you have to give room. You have to be flexible. You don't have to be rigid.